Good evening, one and all. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and that of course means it's time for some more good old Warframe. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you are doing well where you are around the world. I say welcome back, there's every chance you're new here, in which case, welcome.
Incarnan tenet kuva prismatelos vihor roctus omti securus inoidex smoodalist mk1 stug vandal umbra prime.
Both thoughts. Thank you very much for resubscribing.
Twitch has given me a button to press.
Both of you. All right, Flo Thoughts, thank you very much for resubscribing there at 6 months onto that lovely golden badge you got going there now, Flo. It looks amazing. Thank you very much on that one there. And yeah, you've certainly worked your way through getting the ultimate Ultra Stug variant, although I don't know if I want the Mark 1 version of whatever you've got going on there. And Cosmo as well, thank you very much for resubscribing at 14 months now. Oh my word, that is quite the button to press. I'm happy that you keep on pressing it. Cheers to both.
Let's keep this sub-train going.
Gorilla with the Glock as well coming out with the 11 months. We've got this lovely spread of you all today here. Absolutely amazing to see. Thank you very much for kicking off the sub-train, hype train, whatever Twitch wants to call it these days. Wasn't the running joke at one point scam train? In any case, thank you all three of you for continuing support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Cheers indeed. I clearly must have done something really good this time some number of months ago, you know? Clearly that's what must have happened. We're on the anniversary of something great. That's all I can imagine. Hello there, Predator Queen. Am I doing alright? I am indeed doing alright. Hope you're doing well yourself, wherever you are around the world. Welcome in, everybody.
You have
Yo!
Excellent taste.
Hype train time.
It is indeed apparently hype train time. Quintus, thank you very much for the 200 bits. Kicking us into the end of level 1, straight into level 2 now of said hype train. I haven't even done anything yet. I've just said hello. I mean, I did also post a video today, which got turned around in a very quick time to say it's still Kengineer grade. So I'm quite chuffed with myself on that, getting that one turned around, get the weapon, level the weapon, test it out, do the bug hunting.
Oh my god! Wait, are they here? Kengineer.
Really, thank you very much for the sound alert there as well. Always love that one. Always do. Hello, Max Match. Yeah, it is a good Wednesday indeed. It's a good Wednesday. Because I'm saying it's the 1 month anniversary of 24th of April. I mean, yeah.
Tenet kuva prismatelos vihor roctus omti securus inoidex smoodalist stug vandal umbra prime incarnan, not mk1 for your pleasure and incarnan at the end for parody.
Fair enough then. Fair enough though, thoughts. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there. I love how the bot halfway through goes Stug. Not Stug, Stug. It's the mutilous Stug now. We are far above using the Stug. Thank you very much. We use the mutilous Stug. Oh, that's ridiculous. Love it. Yeah, it's definitely umlaut worthy, that Stug, isn't it? Dear. AI hasn't quite taken over the world just yet. And taken over just yet. Mind if I join, says Zom? Zom, what are you joining for? Yeah, we'll be diving into some Steel Path Circuit, so I guess if that's what you're looking to join in for, you are absolutely welcome to do so. Let's set this swim invite only so it doesn't break if we have some random get in the host. We don't want that happening. Devil and Rage, room for one more? Absolutely, come on in. Crown Ladybook saying it's straight up how you say you of unmounted Hungarians, very much so. Oh, well, there we are then. The bot is apparently part Hungarian now. The more we know, the lore of the stream. I have a Hungarian bot. I'll also say hey again, I just want to say hello before sleep. Have a good stream. Oh, thank you very much. Hope you have yourself a good sleep. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be diving into some Steel Path Circuit, because if we pop on over to here... Oh, hey, there we are. Got myself a rim mod. Isn't that nice? If we pop over to here, we can see I'm at rank 7. There's only a little bit to go, but I kind of need to get it before it goes away. So, yeah, that's going to be the idea. Now, I don't actually have the Nami Solo as yet, because it is an older weapon. I leveled it, mastered it, chucked it in the bin. So, unfortunately, it is in the... It should be in the crafting stages. Ah, yes. There we are. Yeah, it's in the crafting stage. I've got Atomos. I've still got to take that out and actually incarnate it as well. There's so much to do, which is kind of a good thing. Nami Solo is there building. Also, I can grab the former. Oh, hey, what do you know? Nightwave's back as well, in case you missed it. Nightwave is once again here. We can have a look at that in a bit, I suppose. Pretty Green saying, haven't been too great. May or may not have passed out watching a Zeta stream. Oh, good lord. Well, you are not the only person who seems to pass out around here. Some and others have popped up with similar things. So, you know, take care of yourselves, please. Definitely take care of yourselves. Not sure whatever else may be going on, but one thing I can always say is do take care of yourself. Absolutely. That aside, let's get cracking on this, shall we? Looks like it's the three of us. We got Zom, we got Cephalon Rage, we got myself here, and we're gonna go slam ourselves into the Steel Path Circuit and hope that we get something good out of it. Probably, you know, an Incarnon upgrade. That's what I'd imagine we'll get out of it in the end, but it could also end up being an Argon Crystal somehow. Bugframe has yet to cease surprising me, so I wouldn't put it past it. There have been some interesting, perplexing, and downright infuriating bugs recently, not gonna lie. There have been some odd ones. So I'm just in time to run for 4. Yeah, I'll have to send me a message like right this second to be able to get here in time. I'm gonna grab Octavia because Octavia just dances and wins. Also, you've changed it so that now every single time you load into the circuit, if your config A, which will be obviously the second slot along from the default, if your config A is 40 capacity or more in terms of mods used, then that will always be selected, even if there is a higher usage one later, in terms of higher capacity used. That way then you should default into config A. You can make that your go-to, rather than loading up some memey maxed out build that isn't quite suitable for circuit. You can always make circuit your config A build. So that's nice. That is convenient. However, I don't want to go with config A, I don't think. Not right now. Endless Beat is the one I like to play to the circuit. So let's do that. Let's see, so we've got Stradivar Prime, Quanta Vandal, Julskana, Volnus Prime, Cero, Magnus Prime, Sinogamma Core, and Leto. That is a lot of primage. That is indeed a lot of primage right there. I will grab myself a Magnus, and I will grab myself a Volnus, and I will grab myself a Stradivar. Let me just check the build on that one. Okay, I might want to take that build. Yeah, just a little bit. That Stradivar has not been Strada done. This, however, Blood Rush, Condition Overload. Yeah, I'm happy to take that config A. That one should do quite nicely. Zom's got Limbo Evara, Hydroid, Mesa, Sarin. I mean, Mesa's got a lot of tank on it, so Mesa can do well. Otherwise, you've got Evara for invisibility. Looks like we've got... Yeah, it's Mesa as well. Yeah, interesting helmet. Let's see here. On critical hit, gain melee attack speed. Yep. Danke. Hang on, I can't see these two on my minimap. What's going on there? Why can I not see you on my minimap? Are you not a friend? There's an imposter among us. Alright, are we ready? Oh, is Ace with Mesa? I mean, if it rhymes, it's clearly the best thing to do, so yeah. You love the fact that irresistible buttons applies to melee weapons too? It doesn't anymore. That got patched out just today. Yeah, the plus fire rate on hit is gone for melee. Melee has its own one for attack speed, which is why that one wasn't supposed to apply. So yeah, it's been patched out as of today. Fun denied! You're not supposed to get benefits to all your weapons at once, you're supposed to specialise. Hello Tabitha, how you doing? Alright, let's see, we got survival. Yeah, I can survive. I can survive by being nowhere to be seen. I cannot overstate just how powerful invisibility is in the Undercroft especially. Because the level scaling can get kind of ridiculous, and so you just have no more Nailed it. No more attacks incoming to worry about. Oh, melee attacks hit twice. Don't mind if I do. Yep, I can absolutely make use of that one. You know, I just realised I'm Octavering and I'm not Octavering. What am I doing? Here we go. Now that should do some work. Yeah, there we go. Now Octavia is being Octavia. Nora's back. Yeah, Nora's back on all platforms now, Pretty Queen, absolutely. The Nightwave is back, and also saw the Nightwave skits. That's useful. Yeah, in case you have no idea what's happening here from Octavia, Octavia can put down a orb which will not only taunt enemies to attack it, that right there, but then when the enemies attack it, their damage is added to the damage of the orb, and it will reflect it back in an AoE to all enemies. Now, the damage goes down over time, so enemies do need to continuously attack it to charge it up to its max. But if a few strong enemies just shoot through or come through and whack it with a melee attack, even an Xmas hitting it with the Blitz Xmas power, then it scales up pretty nastily. Oh yes indeed. And then I've given it a damage bonus from Amp, which also gives it a range bonus, that's my fourth ability, so I can just sit back and let the enemies kill themselves. Do I use actual music in my Octavia or just beats? Just beats, which is why I also have my Octavia muted. So even for my allies, they won't hear any sound from my Octavia because it's min-maxed. It's not designed for listening to, it's designed for killing to. And killing it does a good job of. Let's see, where am I? Okay, maybe not the best job because several rages kill it a lot as well. Mesa does do that. But the thing is, it scales with levels.
Life support is inbound.
Yes, Octavia does also do tactical teabagging. You are very right there. Very right there, Demisiak. Yeah, so you can mute Octavia yourself in your settings and mute other Octavias in your settings. But separately, in your actual Mandicord, muting your Octavia there mutes it for everyone, you and others. So there are effectively 3 different Mandicord sliders.
Do not waste it.
Muting your own, muting other people's, and then muting your own for everyone. And they're in different places because screw you. Alright, let's just make sure we've got full invis for a while. There we go, beautiful. Enemies will keep killing each other. Yep, there we are, beautiful. Look at all this life support just dropping itself everywhere. Ow. One downside of invisibility, you can still get shot if the enemy is shooting at something else. Ow! Like that again. I'll just heal myself there. Oh, there, Nightling. Yay, gets what Kenjineer stream. Join Discord today with Super Wise. Always a good idea. There's creator you want to catch more from, definitely check out things like the Discord. And if anyone here is not on the Discord, exclamation mark Discord for the link for that. Invisible is not invincible? Absolutely.
The performance will commence.
Alright, we don't need to pick up any more life support. In fact, we don't technically need to do anything else now other than survive, because we got enough life support, more than enough, to just make our way through the entire rest of this round. So I'm just going to go for a wonder. I'm just going to go for a wonder, and also grab the hydrate right there. Cheers, Tendu. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, if I can quickly show you, we go into the options here. It's under audio. So you got self Mandicore volume, so that's hearing your own one, and ally Mandicore volume, that's hearing other people's. The one for muting your Octavia for everyone is in your actual Mandicore itself, in the arsenal. The more you know. Alright, excavation next.
Now
Beautiful.
or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible.
Thanks, Outlaw. Appreciate it. Alright, irresistible bombardment. Improves fire rate of guns, but not melee anymore. Sure, why not?
Secrets lie buried deep within the Undercroft.
Why not?
The Paradox provides the means to extract them. You must
Alright,
protect the
I see that one over there.
excavators
Someone's
and
about to
keep
grab
them
it.
powered.
Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, let's get the melee heat. Sure. Alright, let's pop that right there,
Extractor deploying.
because that should get the enemy's attention when they get close to the excavator and then kill them anyway. Actually, I've got to do one better. What if I pop it here? Ooh, there we go. I pop it on top of there, then it's even easier for enemies to see it.
Extractor requires power.
And for them seeing it, it also means they could be attacked by it. It requires line of sight. Hey, Battle Janus, if you want to have a horrifying Octavia, you don't want to go for Darude Sandstorm. No, 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 no. If you want an Octavia that is a war crime, you make it Baby Shark. That is how you get your squad to want to find a way to forcibly kick you out. Baby Shark Octavia. Alright, let's reposition this one here. See how it goes in my spot. We have that as well.
Extractor in place.
But Rickroll wasn't roll climb. Rickroll is old. People have become nostalgic for being Rickrolled these days. It doesn't have the same effect. Adult says, went for 11 polka for my unethical torch method. Fair enough. Whatever floats your goat. Okay, wow, this one got a little bit damaged on my way over here, didn't it? Yeah, that one's already half up. Worry not, Octavia's here now.
A new extraction site may now be claimed.
Oh, Octavia's here. Oh, they're ice cool. Can you see the Octavia build once done? You should have seen it, or at least it was visible when I picked it up in Teshin's Cave. So if you weren't here for that bit, you can rewind, go into the live VOD that's on Twitch, or you'll be able to catch it on YouTube when the VOD goes live there in a couple of days' time. But yeah, it did come up at that point. Otherwise, you'll have to remind me when we're out of the mission. Alright, I can just leave that one. It's got a few seconds on it. It's not going to die that quick. Let's protect this one here. I think that should give you a good spot. It's got line of sight down there and there. And line of sight there. That should get a lot of enemies. Yeah, that's covering the area quite nicely. Look at that. Tens of thousands of damage per enemy. Your power just got restored after 3 days without power? Crikey, I didn't even go that long without a hard drive when the old one blew up. 3 days without power? That's not insane. Mostly for the inability to make a proper cup of tea, you know, that would... Ugh, yikes. Oh, double yikes. Yeah, it's fine, we don't need that one. I know, right, Adol. No tea? Absolutely devastating.
Extractor charge expended.
Like that's pretty much how you beat the British in a war. It's cut off their ability to have tea. You do that, surrender within a week.
Gained much.
And it'd only take a week because the people who would normally be the ones to send the message are also going crazy.
Choose. You may now leave.
Alright, let's see. What we got next to help me out here? On crit, gain more melee attack speed? Yeah, it does feel a bit slow at the moment, so I'll do that.
Judge for yourself.
I will do that. They're on to
History
defense now,
dictates
aren't we?
that this Tenno asset was
Let's get the
destroyed
decrees
in a
first.
grave setback to the cause. Let us rewrite that
Rage's got
event.
one of them. Wonderful. I got a second. Zom has the third. Oh, what perfect teamwork right there. Excellent. These two, interesting, they both come up. These two have changed. I want to talk about this real quickly here. Let me pause some music. These two have changed. Venomous Touch, every third melee attack deals 100% toxin damage, and Critical Frost, critical hits deal an extra hit with 40% cold damage. The actual perk hasn't changed, but DE decided to remove the bit on both of these that says they also guarantee a status effect. Which is really weird, because they still guarantee a status effect.
No time to rest. Already
I actually
a
did
new
manage to grab hold of
onslaught
someone
begins.
from the community team at DE to shed some light on why they made that. You know, it doesn't make sense to remove the detail about what it actually does. It's for clarity. Supposedly. By making it where there's less text on the decree, it's clearer. So, they would rather have less text than actually tell you the features you are getting.
The winds blow
Am I the only one
fiercely.
confused by that?
The rains do not relent.
Am I the only one
Still,
confused by
the
that?
stout bow stands.
Their solution to it being apparently not clear enough and feeling in need of brevity was to cut out actual detail that you get. That just really reinforces Dee's design choices. Dee's design choice is not to tell you what you are getting, but instead to tell you part of what you are getting and let you figure out the rest of it. In isolation, it would be a bit of a non-issue, I guess,
The enemy
but it's not in
musters for a
isolation,
fresh assault.
as status effects have
Hold the
lots of
line.
decrees related to them, like the ability to spread status effects to enemies, or to heal off status effects. How that has an impact for Condition Overload and Galvanized Aptitude. So knowing that you'll be getting those status effects, even on weapons that have a terrible status chance, or will have a huge weighting to other damage types, is kind of a big deal. It's the literal function of the decree.
This battle is already half won.
Sunguy saying, in my experience, additional text can often confuse players for some reason. More words confuse people. Yeah, more words do confuse people. People don't like reading. I know that for a fact. But does it confuse people less than having something that does more than what it says, or stuff different to what it says? That's the bit that really gets me, that they have a feature and they've decided to remove the thing which tells you that feature is there. And this isn't, oh, it's been put into the game and left like it was an oversight. This was an active change
Prepare
in this
yourself.
hotfix just today,
Fresh wave
one of the two
approaches.
hotfixes today, to make this particular confusion. And that's what really gets me confused. Like, they didn't have to change it. The decree was already there. They chose to change it. And I'm not sure where they got the feedback saying that it was too confusing or too long as it was. Where was that feedback coming from? Who posted a feedback or complaint to DE saying, these decrees have too much text on them, I don't know what they're doing?
The enemy has been
But to lead
exhausted,
to wanting to make it where we know less about what they're doing.
if only for now. It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional
Yeah.
people.
I can't make sense of it. I can't make heads or tails of that one. I want to go this way. Energy's
Like
looking
an
a little bit
infected
shaky.
wound, the paradox breeds defenders out of the raw void.
Dyslexic masses?
Contain the
I mean,
paradox.
how does being
Kill
dyslexic
the
make it
enemy.
where you now want less information and don't be told about what detail you're getting? They were like say, oh, to help out dyslexic people, we're taking the 60/60 mods and we're removing the bit which says you get 60% more status. You'll figure it out, right? How does that make any sense? I'm going to go for extra heat. And plus 20% stage chance, by the way, that's on there. Naylin saying, Defree is meant to be accessible to new players, most of whom do not understand the status effects procs are. Okay. But there are other degrees that stay status chance anyway. Like the heat one I literally just picked up a moment ago. Also, status chance is a pretty core game mechanic, and it is still a feature that is being applied by the decree. What is being changed there that is to anyone's actual benefit? That's the bit that's got me lost. Oh yeah, swing away at that. Give the damage to the orb. Don't give very much. Actually, it didn't get many hits in. I think it looks like it got one in. Yeah, status chance is not hard to figure out the meaning of. And in this case, it wasn't even status chance. It was a guaranteed status effect. If you can read the words guaranteed status effect and go, but what does this mean? Gotta say, you're either very new to Warframe or very new to gaming. Yeah, fair enough, Nathan, fair enough. I've tried thinking of the reasons it could be there, and I just can't figure it. So, yeah, that's a thing. Idle saying, to be fair, there are a lot of new players I met over the years. I thought elemental damage only applied when status procced. So removing that wording feels like it's actually going to reinforce idea instead of combating it. There is that as well, yeah. In fact, the original justification they had on the forums was that something along the lines of the player's expectation is that it will proc anyway when you add elemental damage. Which shouldn't be anyone's expectation because that is incorrect. When you add a 90% damage mod to a weapon, you don't increase the status, you don't guarantee a status, you just add elemental damage and change the weighting of the status blocks it's applying. They removed that justification on the forum shortly after I raised this with the community team staff. It's just like, what? I don't get it. The only conclusion I can come to is that DE are preferring brevity over accuracy. They don't mind not telling you what's happening, so long as they tell you enough to give you an idea as to what you might want to do, even if they're not actually giving you all the information you would actually act upon. Just enough to say that they've given you information. Yeah, Cosmo, they removed it. I'll show you after this circuit run. In fact, we got a few things to look at now, so we'll wrap up this circuit run on this round. I don't care what the next round is. Let me see, what would the next round be? We're on round, like... Yeah, we're on for round 4, so next one will be guaranteed to be the one we've not done yet. Done defense, done excavation, done survival. It will be void flood. I don't want to do that without Xavier. Yeah, I'm fine. Skip that. I'll show you over this. I'll show you after this. So once we got a few more kills, I'll show you. Can these enemies like actually move towards us? That'd be great. Exactly, Tango. They're different mechanics. And you've decided to remove the text of one of the mechanics without removing the mechanic to try and help? We'll bring up the full wording in a moment. Because hey, maybe I'm misreading it. Maybe when I show you guys the actual patch note, you'll go, oh, come on, Ken. No, you're being silly. It's clearly this. Yeah, I know we're dipping out relatively early there, Rage, but we've got some things we'd like to cover. Like Mallet says, it doesn't actually go with our enemy level. Naylin, how do you mean you think that Mallet scales with enemy level? Just drop squad there for a moment. Just so I don't give you guys any ideas as to quickly going into the next squad. Firstly, for the person asking for my Octavia build in that particular mission. So I was using the Endless Beat build here, which is this particular one. So it's a high focus on duration and range, as well as a lot of strength. Efficiency can be dropped because we've got Arcane Energize, we've got Octavia's passive, we've got Nullifier to avoid being hit by Energy Leech Eximus. And otherwise, you just be careful not to overspend your abilities. You've got a high duration on them, let them run their duration. Don't recast too early. It's basically the idea there. But yeah, that one works. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it says damage multiplier. Radius duration. Damage inflicted on the mallet increases its lethality. So the enemy scaling is just the damage inflicted on the mallet. That one is included. But let me bring up these patch notes for you. Let me show you exactly what we're talking about. Why do I have a ping? I have a ping over here. Hold up one sec. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be an important ping. It was not. Right, I can minimize that again. It looked like it would have been an important ping, but it was not. So. Sorry, flashbang, by the way. So we're going to bring this up here. This is the patch notes as they currently read. However, thanks to a discussion happening over on my Discord, if I just head on down to here, there it is, we have the original details on it. Okay? So here, this is the original patch note. Change the descriptions of the following decrees to highlight the differences between the mechanics and improve readability. Bracket, shorten. Okay? Venomous Touch. The old one said every third melee attack deals X% toxin damage with guaranteed status chance. That should say status effect. New. Every third melee attack deals X% toxin damage. Note, the guaranteed status chance still occurs, since the expectation is that damage with status effect is always applying it. First, that sentence is grammatically incorrect. It's a sentence in itself. This is an exclamation mark. This is a brand new sentence. Since the expectation is that damage with status effect is always applying it. That's not a proper sentence. So that's not a proper explanation. We got Critical Frost. Old. Critical hits deal X% cold damage with guaranteed status effect. New. Critical hits deal an extra hit with X% cold damage. No mention of the status effect. Now, hang on. First of all, the extra hit is news to me. I haven't looked into exactly Critical Frost mechanics because, I'll be honest, testing decrees is an absolute pain in the ass. You need them to turn up at the right time and the right things. But, so this is indicating rather than adding on damage, this is now instead declaring it's a separate hit of cold damage. That I need to verify. But what I raised the confusion here about why are we taking away the bit that says the status chance or status effect as it is here. Notice the difference in wording there as well for no good reason. Here is their solution. Here is their solution. That. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference there? They got rid of the second sentence. They got rid of the since the expectation is that damage with status is always applying it. That's it. So, what was the purpose of this change? Change the descriptions of fine decrees to highlight the differences between their mechanics and improve readability. Bracket, shorten. Highlight the differences between their mechanics by removing the mechanics. And when I raise this with a community staff member, the follow-up that was done on the patch notes, which I think is related, but I can't prove, was to remove the secondary explanation. Yeah, as Idle points out, this actually might even be even more incorrect than it read before. Bluelet asking, what's the best rifle I can use for MR8? The Foreman. Honestly, get the Foreman, you're going to love it. You mod that Foreman, it is amazing. The primary mode of it is a shotgun-style wide-body projectile. It is perfectly silent to enemies. It hits like a truck. You can switch it to an automatic, noisy rifle mode, which is hit scan. Both forms have innate electric and high crit. It's beautiful, Bluelet. Go enjoy the Foreman. But yeah, I cannot fathom why this change was made. I cannot fathom it. Again, I'm cutting the music here a sec. So yeah. Change the descriptions of the following decrees to highlight the differences between their mechanics and improve readability, bracket shorten. They've removed, on Venomous Touch, the note about with guaranteed status chance. And on Critical Frost, they've reworded it from dealing X cold damage with guaranteed status effect to deal an extra hit with X% cold damage, no mention of status effect. Despite the fact that the guaranteed status still happens. Highlighting the difference between their mechanics by removing a mechanic. But not removing a mechanic, just no longer telling you about it. Yeah. That's a thing. Did they fix Room Arrow yet? There's no note of it in the patch notes, so I'm going to say no, Drago Dude. Needs testing, but otherwise I'm going to say no. Does fit with DE's weirdness because how many weapons have guaranteed procs and which don't even make sense? Oh yeah, absolutely. There are plenty that don't make sense, but that doesn't excuse actively changing the thing which did finally tell you what it was doing fully. So they're not. This I want to verify. It's just going back on Idle Outlaw saying, so Critical Frost doubles the damage now? Whatever. Basically, if we read this literally, critical hits deal an extra hit with X% cold damage. You can interpret that very literally as you'll deal a second hit and that second hit has bonus damage. Whereas previously it was the critical hit will deal critical hits deal X% cold damage with guaranteed status effect, which in itself was previously incorrect as well. It didn't say plus 40%, it just said 40% cold damage. I remember on one of the earlier streams, someone did get confused on that. I was like, wait, so it gets weaker and it's turned into cold? No, it's added damage. So either which way, they're still messing it up. That's the thing, Gorilla. It's not Majestic Strike. This isn't doubling your hits, or at least we don't believe it does. Needs testing, but they said they made no change to the actual mechanic. It's just the wording. At least we know it doesn't screw with elements. Do we know that's on? Do we know that? Every third melee attack deals X% toxin damage. Do we know that that doesn't mess with it? Does it say that? Because it's not a separate hit, because otherwise it would say an extra hit, wouldn't it? Because it highlighted the differences between the mechanics, that's what they're saying. So, is it different? Are they the same? Is this one only in the melee hits? No second hit, but this one is a separate hit? Is that separate hit an extra instance of damage plus the cold with? Or is it critical hits deal an extra hit of X% cold damage? Rather than with X% cold damage. I'll say, it's a good point. If I have the heat melee decree, will that combine into gas damage just with force toxin proc? The only way to test that easily would be to get both decrees, hit a corpus unit, don't break through their shields, and see if you dealt health damage. That would be the way to test that. Because if you did, then you're getting heat toxin. If you didn't, then you're dealing gas. Yeah, that's It's confusing. It's genuinely confusing about the changes. If you're going to take the time and effort to make a change to the wording, why leave it open to question still? If you take the Toxin Decree and the Cold Decree as mentioned above, do you get viral damage? Good question. Good question. That's where I can leave you on that one. Good question. Here, let's what we can do is I can drop into Duviri, go in solo, try and get decrees until I get to those ones to test, see how it works with Drifter, and try and extrapolate it from there. I wonder if we can kind of figure it out that way. Can I show you the Nightwave rewards? Yeah, we can have a look at those. Let's bring in the Nightwave rewards. I'm going to cancel the music again for a bit. Let's bring in the Nightwave rewards. So, brand new Nightwave. It says I got 1,000 because I just happened to do one earlier, claiming an item from the Foundry, but brand new Nightwave. As with every single Nightwave, the first reward is 150 creds. Those creds can go straight into cred offerings, grab whatever you need to grab from here. So, alt helmets if you really care. Aura mods, those you should care about if you haven't got those. Various weapons like the ceramic dagger blueprint. Isn't that one that got incarnate? So kind of important right there. And then there is Vauban for those of you who are newer players who haven't yet got Vauban. You can grab Vauban. Likewise, Nitane, Orokin Reactors, Orokin Catalysts. If you are happy to trade, you can usually trade some of these auras for more platinum. Just enough platinum to get yourself Orokin Catalysts and Reactors at a better rate. Because one aura is 20 cred. If you sell this even for 10 platinum, let alone 20, if you sell it for just 10 platinum, 2 of those auras will be enough platinum to get hold of one of these. But that's going to cost you 40 creds versus 75. So buying the auras is pretty much the better way of doing it if you are happy to do the trades. But even then, you can get more than 10 platinum for some of these. Rifle Scavenger, not really no. Pistol Scavenger, not really no. Rejuvenation, maybe? That one probably goes a bit. Sprint Boost, here or there. Rejuvenation and Sprint Boost are alright ones, so they'll get an alright amount of trades. Things like Corrosive Projection, Enemy Radar, they're big sellers. They are big sellers. But you can definitely grab those, sell them on to other players, and that'll make it where you can get these Catalysts and Reactors cheaper, basically. But if you don't want to trade, you can just get them with creds directly. After that, we've got a Glyph. This one, yeah, literally just goes onto your Warframe. Orokin Catalyst, 2 of them. Interesting, you get 2 Orokin Catalysts. Emissary Operator Collection, I already have it, so I'd get creds instead. 2 weapon slots, that goes to everyone, 50 creds. The Gamma colours, a desaturated variation of the classic colour set. Fair enough. A Octavian Ogle statue. Sentient Surge, this is a new mod for the Ocucore. Each target eliminated refills 20% of Ocucore's magazine. Status chance and critical chance are increased by 60% for each tendril active. Needs to be tested to see how that goes, but yeah, there's a brand new one. Trace Core asking, why do people buy those auras for plat when they're so easy to get? Because only 4 are available right now, but there are more to get. They're in Nightwave, they cycle around. Also, newer players will want to be spending their creds on Nitane, on Vauban, on the weapon blueprints, things which they cannot get elsewhere, but they can trade for the auras. So rather than spend it on the thing that you can get from someone else, spend the creds on the things you can't get anywhere else at any reasonable rate. That's why people are buying the auras. Either they just can't buy them when they need them, or they've got better things to be purchasing. That's why people get the auras. After the Ocucore, we've got 20,000 Kuva, not a tiny amount right there. Another 50 creds. Former bundles, that's 3 former right up. A claw skin. Alright, well that looks a bit, a little bit infested. Fair enough. I think that could go well with the, what's it, Valkyr Carnivex, wouldn't it? I think it's called Carnivex. Because that looks very torn to pieces as well. After that, Fracture Shoulder Guard, which I've already got, but yeah, as you can see there, sits on your shoulders. Stylish, perhaps. Beyond that, Warframe slot. We've got another 50 creds, the Saturn 6 armor bundle. It's a very bulky one. Not, like, outwardly bulky, but it just adds bulk and an idea of rigidity to your frame. So that can go on a number of frames quite nicely. Doesn't clip with a huge amount of stuff, which is nice. There is an Exos Warframe adapter, so slice of tomato. Baruch Doan Silhouette Glyph. Interesting. That is very stylish. Not my style, not my preference, but it's very stylish. 3 Arcane Trickeries, that will allow you to rank it up from 0 to 1 straight away. Arcane Trickery giving you a chance to become invisible for a few seconds on finish a kill. The upgrading increases the duration of the invisibility, so that'll be a 10-second one you'd get from that there. We got another 50 creds. We got Rakta Syandana, which is, as it looks there, it's a Syandana, it goes on your back. It is wiggly wiggly. Being cosmetics. I'm not a huge fan. After that, we got Sentient Barrage. So that one is for the Batter Core. This here, Discharge from Alt Fire now has infinite body punch through, but no longer explodes on contact. Each enemy hit will refill 1 charge, and reaching a full charge will increase the critical chance and critical damage of the next discharge by 300%. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Nora's Mix, more creds. We've got a Hero of Duviri Displace. This is obviously going to be new, with Duviri being new. So you can pop that up into... That's going to be an Orbiter piece. You can pop it wherever you like, however you like, and similar to other displays, I imagine you'll be able to scale it and move it around if you don't want to have Dominus in the picture, or something to that effect. Another set of 3 Former, so there's 6 Former available throughout this, or 6 Standard Former. You get this Spore Ephemera, which is a very dramatic one. You see it creates these bits and pieces on the ground. We got a Fabled Gene Masking Kit. So this will give you a Fabled Kubrobe fur pattern, as well as a red colour, green colour, another red colour, and a gold colour. You can see all 4 of those there. So this is going to give you a Duviri dog, basically. It's a Duviri dog skin for your Kubro. That's that one. 29th slot is an Umbral Former. They're giving those out like candy these days. And lastly, the Drifter Keeler Suit. Nora Knight recovered this suit from Saturn's Keeler Gap. The durable material lined with a rebreather tubing shows a design with depressurization in mind. So it sounds like a more Railjack themed one. So there you go. Fitted for both Drifter and Operator, even though it says Drifter. So yeah, quite a few bits and pieces there. Quite a few bits and pieces to pick up. Obviously, if there's anything in here which can only be had once and you already have it, like for example, I already have the Emissary Operator Collection, then you'll receive 50 Nightwave creds instead there. And this will be running for months, probably. Almost certainly many months. So yeah, that is the Nightwave. That is the Nightwaves. Alright. I want to be having a look here. I want to be having a look. How does this actually work? If I switch over to normal, I'm going to pop into Duviri Experience Solo. Let's see if we can get the right decrees to pop up. And have a look. What actually is going on then? Particularly with Venomous Touch and... what was the other one called? Venomous Touch and Critical Frost. That was it. Because both of them can apply on melee. I want to see just what happens. Testing degrees? I know, it's going to be pain. I'm just going to ignore all of this lot because it doesn't actually matter enough to me.
The fearful conspirator.
What degree do I have? Venomous Touch? Perfect. Actually, I should have checked what melee I got. Well, I'll still have the Drifter one, but... no.
Usually she was too scared to act.
Because I now know I'm going to get that decree, I can go back in and I can set up a weapon specifically to see if that toxin will combine. There we go. Yeah, it turns out there was a lot of investment, or too much investment from the side to keep creating those things, so that's why they didn't keep on with Nightwave having its own unique stories. They're investing too much in making it work and making it stable, rather than actively focusing on updates for the game itself. So I don't mind that too much, because instead of getting it through Nightwave, we get it in quality somewhere else, rather than it being somehow shoehorned into Nightwave. And that I do like. Okay, let's just grab a random one of you, so I can see what my melees are. So we've got Ether Reaper, Oma, Jul Skarner. Do I own any of these? I do not own this one, no. I do not own this one. I do not own this one. Well, that is infuriating. Okay. So I can't mod my melee. This one is slash. This one... electric. Ah, that'll work. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Because that one is electric, I can see, do I get corrosive or do I get electric toxin? That's fine, I can do the test. The others... I'll go Viper Wraith. Just make sure it's got a good build. That's a build. And Paris Prime. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? You didn't touch up some Incarnans? Well, for the Soma, it's too recent for them to really have a look at it, I guess. But for the others, there's some bits, you know.
The fearful conspirator.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Idol. I get what you're saying.
One haunted day in Deviri, Sybil awoke with a thought.
Okay,
If
so
I could
Venomous Touch.
destroy what I fear, I wouldn't
Here we
have
go.
to fear it anymore. Can I trust you?
So first things first is,
They're everywhere.
does the third
What
melee
against
attack
me?
hit a
I
separate
need you
damage
to destroy
instance
them.
as Drifter?
Every single last one.
How much opportunity do you need to max out weapon options? I genuinely can't remember, but you should be able to just have a look at it in Teshin's Cave to see what rank
I
you
looked
need.
something up near here. I know I did. Books, dried roots.
Alright,
A prisoner?
let's get these guys'
Can't be
attention.
sure, but I need to find it again.
1, 2, stop doing that. 3. He died, so I can't tell if there was supposed to be 2 hits or not. That's annoying. 1. Ow. Taking a lot of damage here. I have to focus on you. 2. Okay, you are the more healthy of the 2. 3. I didn't even see a proc. 1. I didn't see a proc. Not for Toxin. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to chalk that one up to a fluke, and we'll need to investigate this further. I need some heavier guys, some ones that don't instantly die, but also don't instantly kill me, which is why I'm not on Steel Path. I wouldn't be able to test properly then. I may have just hit an odd side of them. Maybe I accidentally somehow hit the animal that was close to us, and that took the toxin. Which seems really stupid if that's what happened. But they can take damage, they just take 0 damage. Because look, if I go smack. Oh, you see, yeah. 2, 3. Yeah, you can see the toxin effect. Maybe the dog ate the toxin. In some weird Warframe way, it decided that's where the toxin went. Because the decree, it's on every third melee attack. Maybe that counted. And they said they only changed the text. They didn't change the decree itself. Yeah, maybe the dog ate that one. We'll just have to redo our homework. Bullying immortal animals in the name of science? Well, you know, what do they ever do for us? Okay, I'm just not going to take any decree here. I'll just leave that waiting, because that way I don't accidentally mess up the test.
Of a landslide, the
Right, we'll get to that later.
consequences of Sybil's actions
Let's
began
find
to
some
build.
more guys we can swing at.
You have
See what
to
happens.
go to the
Because
place
also,
where
if I
bad
don't grab
dreams are
decrees,
real.
I won't gain the extra damage.
Croft.
So I won't start
Whatever's
one-shotting
wrong
them.
there, make
I saw
it
some guys
right.
spawning here, but apparently not.
Hurry.
Here we go. Alright then. Get their attention. Stop that. Okay, 1.
The power of Thrach shall humble
Don't group up. I don't want to hit more than one of you at once. Just one, please. 1. 2. There we are. Come on. Just one of you. Seriously, stop holding hands. There we are. Okay, you killed him. Damn it. Don't instantly die when I'm trying to test things. Alright, now we hit the other one because he's got more health. God's sake. Okay, I need someone heavier. I need the heavy unit. Why is the XRD popping up so much? If you don't own a weapon, it will pop up a lot more often. Which is a little bit infuriating, actually, because I'm getting a lot of trash tier weapons because I own good weapons, believe it or not. Here we go. We got a heavy unit. Perfect. So, 1. Okay, that was toxic. That was weird. 1. Ow. 2. Okay, so I want to get the big guy. Feck off, feck off, feck off, feck off, feck off. Split up a bit. That was a single hit. I definitely hit him there, and it was a single hit with a toxin proc. Yeah, definitely. That's second hit, so the third one now will be toxin. He's got a lot of health left. Single hit with toxin. I do 209. Ooh, missed. 209, 4, 5, 6, including a toxin proc. So it is definitely part of the same melee attack as far as Drifter is concerned. Definitely part of the same attack there. So every third melee attack deals X toxin damage. We can agree on that. Plus 100%. Was it 100%? It might have a damage bonus against their health because health types are a thing. Yeah, what's the damage bonus of toxin against flesh? Because I'd imagine these guys are probably going to be flesh. Does toxin have a bonus against flesh? Let's have a look here. Toxin, Warframe. Ah, 50% bonus against flesh. There we go. So they must be using the flesh type then. And 209 doubled would be 418, which is a Far Cry 456. Which isn't a Far Cry 456, so maybe that's not all toxin, or what else is... Flesh also takes more damage from slash, less damage from impact. Is my weapon more slash? What weapon am I using? I'm using the Siam. What's the Warframe stats on it? Warframe stats has it as 40% slash, 40% puncture, 20% impact. I expected more slash focus for that to work out. The answer is, it's fucky. We, I don't have a good answer for you on that one. I don't have a good answer for you on that one. Because that would indicate that the 209 would be 20% higher than its base. So I would suggest its base would be 5/6 of that, somewhere in the region of about 35 damage less, 30-ish less, so the base would be about 170-ish. And then a 50% toxin bonus would be an 80 on top, but we're only seeing about 40 more than expected. So I don't know. I don't know. Right, well, at least we have got the toxin bit there. So what I want to get next is the cold decree if I can. I can also test the heat one, but I'd like to get the cold one. Let's re-roll. Critical damage is doubled. It's neat. Deal 80% damage to... nope, these on it. I'm going to take this one because it's safe pick, so I don't use up all my re-rolls. I would like to take that one, but I don't want to kill enemies too easily. I'm forgetting the extra damage from decrees. That should be a direct multiplier though, Flo, so... Yeah, that shouldn't be additive to anything. Shouldn't being the operative word here. Right, none of these are giving me the coal that we're looking for. It's critical frost. I could do the smoldering strike test. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Right, I'm going to need to have some heavy enemies.
Oh there. I see them.
Actually, I don't need them to be heavy. Just need to pay attention to the proc. So we got 1 hit, 2 hit. That was a toxin one. Now notice it did toxin. It did a toxin proc. 1, 2. Now let's go up to this guy for 3. 3 toxin. Those were toxin procs, not gas procs. So it's forcing a toxin proc, or somehow separately playing a tox proc. Okay. Let's think. Under H set rules, assuming that applies, I've got the Oma, which is dealing electric. Did it have electric modding? Can anyone remember? Does the Oma default build have an electric mod on it? Because that would change what happens next, I think. Let's see. H set, heat, cold, electric, toxin. No, heat and electric would combine either which way, leaving the toxin alone. So on the Oma, if the heat and electric combine, we'll get radiation. If not, we'll get heat, electric, and toxin. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We've got the Oma here. Let's just find out what procs do I land. I'm also going to land some physical procs just to make life even more confusing. Please give me something I can screw around with for testing. Oh, perfect. I can screw around with this all day. This is great.
The undercroft. The paradox provides the means to extract.
Alright, you there. Perfect.
You must protect.
Smack number 1. That was radiation.
Them power.
So yeah, the heat and electric are 100% combining. That means I'm going to get only radiation toxin whilst I'm here. Given that's the case, I'm actually going to abort out so we can reload this. That was a radiation proc. So the heat and electric did combine there. That is very valuable information. We are learning a lot, chat. We are learning a lot. I'll get back to the circuit later. Now this should allow me to go back in with the same decrees, same equipment, because I didn't actually complete the experience. And yep, we got the same stuff. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful right there. Let's have a look at this configuration then. Has it got electric modding? Yes, it has. Okay. So under the rules of mod priority, even if we do pick up something like cold damage, the electric is the first slot. So bear that in mind. I don't care about the rest of the weapons.
The fearful conspirator.
So it depends on whether the game treats decrees the same as mods. That's part of what we're learning here.
And afraid to be shut in.
The heat one could have been considered heat innate rather than heat mod,
She was too
and that
scared
still
to
would have followed the
act,
rules of HSET to give us
but
radiation.
not always. Can I trust you? I have
So
to.
we don't know the answer on that one just yet, not from this
Plotting
testing.
against me. I need you.
Does anyone know why dojo loading time has increased so drastically? No idea on that flow.
Oh, Thrax brought monsters to life to defend his kingdom. But
I don't know why he was attacking over there, but okay.
You're a monster killer, treasure finder, aren't you? Well,
There we go, that one done.
Good fight.
Nightwave skip.
Like the first rumblings of a landslide.
Heard Tams? Oh, not straight into the Undercroft?
ominous
Okay, fine, we'll do a little bit more.
consequences of Sybil's actions began to build.
Alright, let's find these Tams.
Are plotting something. They're out of their pens. I don't like it.
This woman is unhinged. The Tams are plotting something. I'd like law. The innate elements operate in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th mod slots. The invisible ones, as you mentioned it, yeah. So that's where H set comes in. Heat, cold, electric, toxin. That is the order of those innate slots, as it were. So in the case of the Oma, because it's modded with electric, whether the decree for heat was as a mod or as innate, either which way we'd end up with electric heat or heat electric as the first two elements. So we'd get radiation both ways. Because of that, that doesn't tell us whether the decree was being like a mod or not. We would need a different test for that.
Oh there.
There we are. Herders catch every Tam.
Congratulations, Drifter.
And we'll use a night wave skip to shut that guy up. There we go.
Another might have taken
Enter the
courage
Undercroft, perfect.
from seeing the things she feared exterminated.
That's a ridge, can't jump over
But
that one.
not Sybil.
Recent subs find to Tattoo Big, some names showing up cut. Yeah, it's cut so they don't overflow off the end flow. I might need to do some editing because some people have some stupidly long names. I think yourself is one of those really long names that I just have to handle. Yeah. Is stream frozen? Stream is not frozen, it's you. I don't know why I'm saying that, you wouldn't hear me. Alright then. Okay, so I've got electric and toxin. Toxin only every now and then. So, one smack. I got electric proc there. Oh, corrosive proc! Wait, I saw corrosive and electric. Oh god, I'm doing so many hits. Why am I doing so many hits? I just want individual hits. Testing is a pain. Smack. Okay, there we go. And then corrosive proc. That's electric. Toxin? Yeah, toxin proc. What? Why is it sometimes toxin and sometimes corrosive? So that was one hit. Two. Corrosive. That was number one. Bring up this. There was a whole bunch of hits. I saw toxin and corrosive. Yeah, this guy's got toxin and corrosive at the same time. What?
Make your peace.
Huh? How? Why would it do both? Either it's got a force toxin, or it hasn't. Because that's what forced is. Guaranteed or not guaranteed. Was it ever guaranteed? That's hit one. Might not be actually. I got a multi-hit earlier. Yeah, that was corrosive toxin. Smack him. That's hit one. Hit two. Free up my tank. I want someone who's armored. You there. Corrosive. Hit one. Hit two. Toxin. Hit one. Hit two. Toxin. 1. 2. Oops, I killed him. Couldn't see. There's too much going on again. Funny Cosmo, but not helpful. This is genuinely confusing. How is this actually supposed to work? Here's many hits there. This one. Ooh, re-up that defense. That's physical. Electric proc. Didn't actually see the proc, to be honest. Toxin proc. And you. Corrosive. 1, 2. You. Corrosive and toxin. It's seemingly random. Sometimes I'm getting toxin, sometimes I'm getting corrosive, sometimes I'm getting both. I can't make sense of that. And I might even sometimes be getting electric, it's just I'm not keeping perfect track of it all. So that was one hit. It's just I hit him so hard it went straight through his shields. There's a group of enemies there, that's going to mess up the timings. Okay, that was a corrosive hit, I saw that one. So electric proc, toxin and corrosive. Impact, toxin, corrosive. Toxin, corrosive at once. I need to read up this, otherwise I'll die. Just toxin. This is making absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. Can I pause, or is this open world rules? I can't pause. Of course not. I'm just going to abort out, it's too confusing. Okay, so let's piece this through. It seems very likely. No, it's guaranteed that the toxin and electric is combining. But then there is also the toxin proc, but the toxin proc wasn't always happening. So it's not guaranteed. That's all I can think of here, is that the toxin damage is combining with the electric damage, which confirms what we earlier found with the Drifter. It is the same melee hit, it's not a separate hit. But we are sometimes getting corrosive, sometimes getting toxin proc, sometimes getting both. And that invalidates the idea of a guaranteed toxin proc. Also, the fact that we're getting both shows that it is attempting to force one, even though it's not 100%. Is UI bug still an option? UI bug how, Eliu? Which UI bug? Is UI bug is also asking, is it just a bug? Well, of course there's something wrong here. There is an intention, and that intention is not being applied. Doesn't tell us what's actually going on. Would it do blast corrosive when you have a toxin proc if you have heat and cold decrees? Depends on exactly how they're added together. State effects not showing properly on damage numbers. I was also looking at the enemies themselves and the status bars above their head to verify the procs that were happening earlier. The procs that were shown were the procs that were happening. Has the bot decided to stop responding to everyone again? Hold on, I just noticed you've... Paraprox has tried to use a raffle command and it's not happening. Bot? Bot, are you still there? You should have a raffle command. Did I break that? I did not break it, so the bot is broken. Hey! Come on! One issue at a time, please. One. Okay. Well, we verified that the toxin proc doesn't always happen. Despite the fact that it was previously a guaranteed toxin proc on the text, and we were told that nothing had changed. Gah. So the other one to check then is Critical Frost. Does that have a guaranteed cold, and how does that operate, etc.? Okay. Back to the grind. As I'm an engineer of sorts, Twitch has decided to test that side of you. I think I'm not even an engineer. I'm not even an engineer, I'm a engineer. It's a different thing entirely. It's a different thing entirely. I actually came across this, curiously enough, on a Discord argument. I just happened to be browsing through the different Warframe Discords, and there was one person trying to convince another one that they should trust me, my videos. And the person was saying, oh, but Kench it shows all the math. And I was like, no, you can be bamboozled by bad math. It's like, yeah, but this guy's an actual engineer, so I think you can trust his math. Like, well, yeah, I bamboozled them. Not engineer. That's just the name. Kengineer. Not K-engineer, Kengineer. I say it in every video. So, that's a thing. But yeah, still not an engineer. Right, that's the next bit. Do I take over again? Let's see, HCET, but it's modded. No, that... Do I have elemental modding in a useful manner on any of these? Oh, hello. Yo, you're lucky, Clover, raiding on over with a party at 69. Now, that is pretty nice, if I do say so. Oh. Cheers indeed. You're here to inquire about my railjack warranty. My railjack is out of its warranty. Yeah, you see, it's actually secondhand from the old war. It's a bit of a rebuild, so there's not really any warranty in the first place. It's completely wiped. Sorry about that. Welcome in, everybody. Lucky Clover, I hope you had yourself an absolutely wonderful stream. I don't know if we have got a mod in the chat to do the shout out at the moment, so I shall do it for you. Let me remember. Shout out, and it is... I've got to get this correct. Your Lucky Clover with the capitals. Make sure it works. Boom, there we go. At the top of your screen chat. If you're not already following Your Lucky Clover, now you have a very handy button to do so. Did I? Oh, yes. That sound alert completely caught me off guard. Completely caught me off guard there. Great moments. Thank you very much for the 50 bits on that one. Indeed. I can't remember the last time someone's actually played that one. That completely threw me. Wow. Oh dear, dear, dear. But welcome in. We're in the midst of testing what on earth is going on with the decrees in Warframe. Because of two decrees, one of which is this one right here. D have changed the description on this one. They've removed the bit where it says a guaranteed status proc, which now I think about it is actually helpful, considering it wasn't a guaranteed status proc. But they're telling us, or at least they've told me, that it was a guaranteed status proc. It's remaining a guaranteed status proc. There has been no change to the thing itself. In fact, they didn't just tell me that. No, they put it in the patch notes, didn't they? They put it right here.
Round them up and keep them away from me.
The guaranteed status chance still occurs. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. But yeah, I want to get the other one now, the Critical Frost one, and I want to get it separately, I think, so it doesn't interfere with this. Maybe? Do I want to do that? Yeah, because we've already seen that combines other stuff. I've got electric to test with because I've got the Oma. Haven't I? No, I got Ether Reaper. Ah, Okay, I'll stick with the Thompson one then. Yeah. Ah, right. I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. I mean, that would be very helpful, Grim Omens. Thank you very much for the 300 bits there. That would be a very useful way to just end this whole Decree Madness thing. You are not wrong. Unfortunately, I've been disallowed from using nukes on account of just being a engineer and not actually a nuclear scientist. It's stupid, I know, but they won't let me do it. Whoever they are, for that matter. Right, you, Tam, this way. Qui-Gon Joel saying, thinking about trying this, can you customize your character's face, hair, etc.? Oh yeah, the customization in this game is absolutely bonkers. Like, for example, this cape I'm wearing right now. I chose to add that on. My character's face, you'll notice I have not got the facial hair. Thank you, Zom. I've not got the facial hair seen in the trailer because I didn't want facial hair on my guy. So that is the thing you can do. You can customize the clothing, you can customize the armor pieces, the cape or lack thereof, your hairstyle, skin tones, eye colors, heterochromia or not, earpieces, random other attachments. You can customize your skeletal looking Pegasus horse thing, and beyond. But yes, indeed. Is our new feature? Is which new feature? Hey, look, Equinox nukes, but she isn't a nuke. Of sorts. We're getting into semantics that I can't address here. You tried to make your Operation Drifter look like a female, but you didn't succeed. What? How did you not succeed? I've seen plenty of brilliant female operators and drifters. Don't know what happened for you there. Alright, I see a final Tam we need to grab. Hopefully it's the final one. You, this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it, get off the tree, you idiot. Your case is entirely white? There, do. Come on. Oh, no, I've overshot. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Alright then. Female drifter options aren't fantastic? Oh, fair do. That's disappointing to hear. Yeah, the bot's a bit broken at the moment. Don't know what's going on with the bot. Okay, looking for the one that is Critical Frost. Let's re-roll. Nope. Re-roll. Nope. I don't want that. That'll break every test I'm making at the moment. Re-roll. God damn it. Alright, I'll grab this one because it doesn't affect anything. I know I'm skipping loads of gold decrees, but I'm doing tests here. Alright, defeat the Dax guarding the treasure. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Just so we can get towards Undercroft in a bit.
I'm never going to get out of here. Set up someplace new. I'm going to need funds. Maybe you could find some Dax tea chests. They won't miss them.
There we go. That was easy.
That is not yours. You putrid.
Let's just shut him up. Alright, yes! Critical Frost. Critical hits deal an extra hit with 40% cold damage. So, this is the next bit we are testing, chat. Is it an extra hit, or is it combined in the initial hit? And do we get a guaranteed status effect or not? Excellent. So, now I've got that. First, we can test it as Drifter. Let's find some enemies to piss off.
I can't go near
and then I can go to Undercroft.
Can't bear to think about.
Let's find some Dax to piss off.
Come out of them. It's going to have to be you.
None around this bit here. Let's head off. Head off into the distance this way. There's got to be some somewhere. Get some nice speed on the horse whilst we float around. Come on, Dax. Spawn in. There we go. I see a spawn. Absolutely perfect. Where are you going? Hey, where are you going? Oh yeah, I can test crits with the gun, can't I? Because that can crit. Oh, and there was a separate hit! Separate hit! Yes! Alright. Look at that. Every time I crit, there is a separate hit with the cold proc on it. And it's proccing cold every single time. That guarantees that side of it. And melee? There was a toxin, but he died. Rather unfortunate. Yeah, he's dying from the toxin, so we'll have to test that elsewise. But yeah, we can confirm there that it is a separate hit. It looks like it was 40% of the crit itself. Good catch on that, Trace, thank you. I'll have to double check the numbers, make sure it all lines up, but yeah, look good. Lucky Clever say I'll be looking and need to get my kiddo from the school bus. Fair, fair. You have a good one. You have a good one, Clever. What am I testing at the moment? So basically, just trying to figure out the exact mechanics of Critical Frost to see if the reporting it correctly or not. The crit is yellow, not red. Yes. Crits are yellow, double crits are orange, triple crits are red, and any crit thereafter is also red. If you hit shields, you don't see those colours because shield hits are always blue. Because confusion. Is farming primes a valid thing to do in this game for an intermediate player or finishing a story? Do both. You can absolutely do both. Do what takes you fancy, but yeah, everyone can farm primes. If you're an intermediate level player, you're absolutely the point you can farm primes. No problem.
Like an infected wound, the paradox breeds.
Purple is when the game's confused. Purple is when you've hit overshield, but sometimes that'll pop up if you're a client because the host game didn't quite register it properly, which is a thing. Okay, so normal hit, normal hit, normal hit with toxin. Oh god, what is my crit chance? That's going to affect this. Oh, that was a crit. And he's got a cold block on him. Toxin. I want to see if I can crit and hit toxin at the same time to see if I get viral. That's toxin. Crit slash. Alright, crit toxin. Not crit viral, crit toxin. So it looks like the cold and the toxin ones do not combine. So we're narrowing it down. The heat one is modded onto the weapon some way. The toxin one is modded onto the weapon some way. The cold one is not. Okay. We can just leave that. That's a test. I think. Wait, what other weapons I've got? Phage, Viper, Rave. I don't know what damage types I've got on these, but let's give them a whirl. Yeah, because you see those crits are definitely landing cold. But I'm not modded for other elemental damage. So let's switch over now to Phage. Phage is innate viral, I guess, but it's doing viral cold. Yeah. So the cold is definitely separate. Alright, that's a sufficient test there. Okay. Why are some shield hits purple? Are those crits on shields? No. Purple shield hits are simply because you hit an enemy on its shields, either because it had overshields, that looks purple, or because the enemy died, but your game hadn't been properly informed of that, and so the damage to the shields was turned into purple because it decided the shields had become overshields. That happens when you're not the host. So when someone else is the host of the mission, there is always going to be a little bit of a delay, and the more delay there is, the more ping there is, the more likely you are to see purple hits, even when there were no overshields. It's a bug. Alright, so I'd like saying, on a weapon with no elementals would result in gas, cold, instead of blast toxin as per H set? No, well, yes, but not as... Yeah, it would be gas and cold, because it's gas with a separate hit of cold, yes. So, next question then is, I would like to get an electric innate weapon. The chance of getting that. Yeah, electric innate weapon with no elemental modding to see then under H set or cold. Yeah, it could be cold or electric, either's fine. To see then, does the heat and toxin combine together, or do they combine heat and the innate under H set rules? Because that would show then whether the heat and toxin from decrees are mods, or if they are treated as innate elements. It's got to be treated as mods, it's got to be, but that would be the one thing left to check. Let's have a peek at the weapons. If I don't have a weapon for it, I just won't check it, to be honest. Because that is getting a little bit too niche on the checking. Do I own the Oma? I don't own the Oma, no. If I had the Oma, 1, I'd be able to mod it. 2, it probably wouldn't even show up anyway. But yeah. Hello there, Kamajin. Any new frames you should want? Frames with the Javiri update? None have been released. Yeah. Whiskgun should do it. Whiskgun... I mean, Fullman. Only if it shows up, which it often won't. Let's see... No, innate viral. Ambassador? Am I blind or... What's the ambassador's... Is the ambassador innate electric? Oh, but it's not melee weapon. The heat decree only applies to melee. Never mind. Never mind, it needs to be the melees. Ah. The heat only applies there. Alright, we can't test it then. It's fine. I resonate electric. I know that, I know. But it also has electric modding, which ruins the entire test of H-set. So I would need to own the Oma to then do that test. Then, yeah, effort. I would guess it's going to be modded. I don't see why it would have to apply as innate rather than modded, other than DE messing around, but yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. So, let's at least narrow down what we do know. Let's narrow down what we do know. So let's bring back a screenshot of the actual patch notes before they remove the explanation. It's fine. And let's grab our trusty friend, the notepad. Alright then. Make this nice and big. We have Venomous Touch. And we have Critical Frost. So, Venomous Touch. Previously, it said it dealt plus Toxin with a proc. So plus Toxin plus proc. Now, it says just plus Toxin. Results, plus Toxin, and chance of Toxin proc. Because we saw both Corrosive and Toxin procs at the same time, which means that the Toxin proc, the separate Toxin, can be triggered. It was still on the same hit. However, we also saw that sometimes Corrosive would happen, but Toxin would not. So it was not a guaranteed status chance. Removing that is, I guess, correct. However, there is still a forced Toxin proc at times. So just... oh, it's just all kinds of wrong. Critical Frost. Previously, it was... crit deals cold with status. Or with plus proc. I keep my terminology the same. So crit deals, it said just cold, but it's actually plus cold. So crit deals cold with proc. Now it says crit deals extra hit plus cold. The result, crit deals extra hit plus cold and a plus proc. So yeah. Did we see whether the additional cold hit was doing plus 40 or plus 140%? It was plus 40. The cold hit was smaller, Idle Outlaw. So we know for a fact it was a separate, smaller hit. It wasn't duplicating the hit. It was instead a second hit of 40%. And yeah, the cold was a guaranteed proc. It did it every single time without fail, where it had no reason to keep doing it otherwise. So this one has gone critical hits deal an extra hit, correct, and that does distinguish the mechanic. That does highlight the difference because this was not an extra hit, this was, or is. So this is an extra hit, critical frost, but they removed the bit about guaranteed status effect despite the fact it has a guaranteed status effect. Whereas on Venomous Touch, every third melee attack deals X% toxin damage, that is correct. It doesn't talk about the chance of toxin proc anymore. And curiously enough, it is chance-based, it's not 100%. So also the distinction here, this one's saying guaranteed status chance versus guaranteed status effect. I wonder if somewhere, somehow, there was a miscommunication as to one being guaranteed and the other not. Which would explain why this says effect and this says chance. Although that could just be them using it interchangeably because they don't have a technical writer. In conclusion, if there's any conclusion to be bloody drawn from this, in conclusion, they have successfully improved the readability in the sense that they have successfully made the decree text shorter. This one is about a third shorter, this one is about 2 words shorter. Good job. They have specified that the cold is an extra hit. That was a missing detail before, so that is good. They have added in detail, but then they have removed the guaranteed status effects information here, and this patch note is incorrect. And you might be sat there wondering, but Kengineer, DE are always known for having incomplete information on their mod cards and details. They don't give us all the information. We just have to kind of figure it out. Why am I splitting hairs over this one? I'm splitting hairs over this one. Dear hypothetical viewer asking why I'm even caring. I'm splitting hairs on this one because this is a hotfix. They've gone out of their way to change the wording on these 2 ones. First saying that there's been no change to the actual decrees themselves, just the wording. And 2, calling out that they are highlighting the differences between their mechanics. They took time out of their day, they made it part of their job, some number of people, to make this change on something that already said about the status effects. Now hiding the detail on the cold one, and at least getting rid of the inaccurate detail, or maybe it was accurate before, but in this current update it would be inaccurate detail, on the toxin one. And yeah, as Idle says, the wording here, critical hits deal an extra hit with X% cold damage, is technically incorrect. Critical hits deal an extra hit of X% cold damage. Comment should say, is it okay if I don't understand why either of those descriptions happened? If you're saying, why did either of these changes happen? Yeah. Their explanation is this right here. Change the descriptions of the following degrees to highlight the differences between their mechanics and improve readability. This difference in mechanic, the extra hit, good. Improve the readability, I don't see it as necessary. When you're cutting out just 2 words on a decree, especially when you were cutting out crucial information, they got rid of the information that was correct here. They got rid of the information here, which also turns out, despite what the patch note says, is incorrect. But it was also still somewhat relevant because there's still a forced toxin proc sometimes. How's my brain not melted due to this game? I used to work in retail and then I worked in a call center. A call center which dealt with national and international calls about topics which the general public are woefully underinformed about. but believe they are informed about. Let's put it that way. I have dealt with people so far up their own arses, and it's beautiful being able to say that without having to worry about my job anymore, but that was years ago. I dealt with people so far up their own arses, they owned multiple properties, but then took personal offence if I dared to expect that they would know the address of their hundreds of thousands of pound investment, which is what a multiple property is. Can you imagine the sheer arseholery required to get upset at someone asking you for the address of where your second, third, fifth house is? You go, well, how am I supposed to know that? You own the house! So, having dealt with that, this is just stupid. I have dealt with a level of stupid that goes far beyond what the word stupid can carry. I've gone so far beyond it. That's why I mastered the mute button. I couldn't do that, unfortunately, Idle Outlaw, or at least not in the way that you're suggesting, because there were my colleagues next to me whose phones would pick up if I was loudly cursing. Not to mention that's highly unprofessional, but mostly it would be at risk of being picked up by other people's calls, and that can be problematic as well, so no. I'm a professional. As much as I may be cursing here, I am still a professional. Where I'm required not to curse, I don't curse. What's the next Prime Frame? We don't know, it's not been announced. You'd figure they have the address written down somewhere? You'd figure, wouldn't you, Real Ashimia? You'd also figure they wouldn't be upset about contacting me. They would call me, not outbound. I would not do outbound call center. I was inbound. They called me. They wanted my help on something to do with that property, and then were annoyed that I asked them for the address of the property they were calling about. Make it make sense. And this didn't just happen once. No. This didn't just happen once. There are great people, and there are not great people. I have met them all. I have met them all. But I will not forget at least having one moment where the snark slipped out before I could stop it. Where one person was needlessly upset about something or other going on, the details of which escaped me, but they thought they were some hot shot they must have done, because they pulled out the line, speaking to someone on call. They've got me to bring up their account. They pulled out the line with me. Do you know who I am? You're Mrs. Such and Such, right? I've got your account here. They didn't have a response. I don't know what they expected. They certainly didn't expect me to answer factually. Like, what did they expect to happen? Do you know who I am? Yes, you told me just 2 minutes ago. People are insane. People are truly insane. So really, as ridiculous as some of the ridiculous changes are in Warframe, and that there are some really ridiculous ones, and confusing ones, very confusing ones, I've seen worse. Oh, so much worse. And in case anyone's curious, all that came of the "do you know who I am" one was they got the exact same treatment as every other customer that came my way. The treatment they were owed. Pure and simple. They got what the business could offer them. Not a single little tiny bit more, because whoever they thought they were, at the end of the day, if you wanted premium, you wouldn't sign up to the thing that's not premium. God knows what premium they were expecting. And yes, I'm being intentionally cagey about exactly what line of work it was. That's intentional. Right. I think we've done enough ranting about confusing things and things being all over the place. I think it's about time we do a little bit more circuit. A little bit more of that good old Steel Path circuit, because as much as I've got Arcane Reaper, I still need to do the other little bits. So, if you'd like to join me on some steel path circuiting, hoping that we get some nice working functional decrees, send me a message in game, the Engineer, I'll bring you into the squad. Zom has already opted to take slot number 1. Perfect, there we go. Flo, if you're around, you can have the... There it is. Second spot. Which leaves us one more spot for someone else to join in. Excuse me, sorry. I'd like to just challenge them very bluntly and honestly. Do you know who I am? I guess not. Please explain it to me. I just love that this was the one where it's not like in a restaurant or something or someone kicking off in a shop or a gym. No, they were literally called to me. They called into me and 2 minutes prior gave me their name. And then pull out the line, do you know who I am? How rare to have the ability to just turn around and read out their full name straight back at them. To let them know, I know exactly who you are. What's the next bit of your reasoning? You asked that question. Go on. Go on. Are people this stupid entitled? Some people, yes. And I have dealt with them. With professional grace. Unfortunately, F-King, we are now full. You are 4th to the line there. Sorry on that. Although Flo has not joined. Let me try that again. I think Flo was too busy trying to trigger me with the word bagels. Not today. Not today, Flo. You're loading out of a mission? Alright, we'll give you a sec there, Flo. We'll give you a sec. We'll give you a sec. But yeah, between 3 years of retail, 2 years of call centre, and volunteering in shops, charity shops that is, prior to getting into the vocational world, you know, prior to leaving school, I've dealt with all sorts. Really all sorts. It's quite something when you've had someone throw a fit over not being able to get a discount that was never on the table in the first place. They just assumed there was a discount. And so upset about it, they decided to grab something off the shelf of the shop and throw it at me. Yeah, some people are like that. Now, I'm only talking about the bad experience. There are plenty of lovely people out there, but retail and call centre, yeah, nah. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Did I work at a call centre or a nursery? Yeah, I worked at a call centre. It's just, yeah. My colleagues were great. Nothing really brings people together like having shared experiences of utter insanity. That was wonderful. There's some really wonderful people at that call centre. Any nice experiences that stand out? Balance the vibes? Ooh. That's the problem. Most nice experiences are people that would come in, do stuff simply, plainly, quickly, and perhaps even profitably. You know, I did get commission whilst at the call centre, so that were the ones that I affect, but mostly the nice ones are just, yeah. What's going on? So, I mean, except the mission didn't get a ticket on their name? Okay, let me just force it through. Wait. Yeah, I can force it here. There we go. Yeah, the good experiences kind of just were mostly those who didn't make it a problem. Certainly working in a call centre, there's not really much someone can do to make it a better than expected experience, really. Same with working retail, because stores will have various retail policies, like of not taking gifts from customers. At least the store I worked at had that policy. Because you don't want them to get the idea they're going to get any kind of preferential treatment, any tit for tat, as it were, in return for what they offer to you. Which is understandable, because I did encounter ones who thought that even the slightest nice gesture in their direction meant that you were somehow buddy-buddy with them. They would expect a certain level of friendship, which just did not exist. Believe me, I experienced that as well. Yeah. But no, like I say, as someone who works in a call centre, I can relate with that story. Yeah, it's unfortunately very easily relatable, isn't it? You've been through it, you've been through it. Quid pro quo? Yeah, exactly, Ablas. That's the phrase. Can't give someone the idea they're going to have that. Yay, the bug? The bug? What bug? Wait, where are you? Flo! No! Let's try this again. Join. I demand it. You must arrive. You signed up, now you're indebted to it. There's no getting out of this one. No dodging this draft. Get your account and your drifter right here and pick a Warframe. Alright, you take care of them, Malicidos. Have a good one. Oh, and your ticket's probably not going to work because I think the bot has taken yet another day off. Sorry. Let me just check. Yep, the bot has not taken any ticket since... Wow, it looks like actually since the start of the stream. But I think I recognize all those names from the start, so yeah. Flo, are you loading?
We are lucky to have this undetected portal. Use it.
This undetected portal. Ooh. Yeah, I think the bot just loves doing double giveaways on a Sunday. That it decides to continuously break the Wednesday ones now. Do we know how long this week rotation is still on? When you say week, what, you mean like the circuit? Yeah, they always rotate midnight at the end of Sunday. Sorry, UTC. So 1 AM Monday UK time is when it resets. Which is 8 PM DE time, Sunday, it resets. Pretty Queen, I won't be doing the giveaway unless the bot actually turns up anytime in the next, like, 10 minutes or so, because otherwise too many people are going to miss out and it'll be unfair. I'll probably just have to shift it on over to a different giveaway, either Sunday, or I might do one through Discord or Twitter. How many of you even follow me on Twitter, I wonder? Flo is stuck in host migration. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't think we have a solution for that one. I think we might just have to run without you, and maybe you'll get loaded in. Yeah. You don't use Twitter. You don't use Twitter. Boycotting Twitter. Those are all absolutely valid reasons to not be following me on Twitter. The only reason I have it is because brand. I have it because I am a content creator, and that is what content creators do. But yes, if you don't use Twitter, there's no reason for you to grab one just my Twitter. If you're on the Discord, you're missing basically nothing. Yeah, we're going to start out without it then. We'll just have to pray for the best for you. Alright, venomous touch. Yeah, make my own occasionally corrosive, why not? Disaster does follow me. I do see you pop up frequently, Disaster, yeah. Idol's following. Lady will say, I only open Twitter when Discord tells me you posted there. Now that is a very legit way of doing it.
Contain the paradox.
Oh yes.
Kill the enemy.
I don't know if you can hear that. That sounds like there's a really big helicopter going over my house. No idea if that's coming through or not. Crikey. No, apparently I just got to kill the toxin. So if I do a slam attack, does that trigger toxin? It does! Look at that! Oh god. I didn't realise I got so low in health. Whoops. Okay. But it doesn't seem to do it on the radio, only on the slam attack itself. That's curious. Didn't mean a heavy attack there, I meant a heavy slam. Oh well. Also, I should probably activate another decree. What we got? I don't want any of these. That one I want.
Come on, plenty of room for everyone.
You can't use the glyph on a console? Why can't you? Here on trial. I'm fairly certain we have got some console users here who've used my glyph. Why are you not able to use it? Someone who is on console, can you confirm, have you been able to redeem my glyph? Good old engineered glyph. Freddy Queen has it on console. There we are, that's a confirmation. You never been able to find anyone's? You don't find, you redeem the code. So you go to the market, and you redeem the code, is it a code or is it, exclamation mark glyph, the details are there, I forget if you go to the market or not. Exclamation mark glyph, you can also redeem it through the Warframe.com website when you sign into your account. So that's a thing. Oh yeah, bot's dead. Damn it! Come back when the bot's alive! Actually, stay and then also come back when the bot's alive, you know. Both. Both is good. Did I just do a finisher attack on that guy? Okay. Yeah, it might be through the market. You go redeem code, type in the Kengineer, boom, there you go. All one word, all capital letters, just make it nice and simple. The Kengineer. And that will give you the glyph. And the glyph, for some reason, is called Kengineer rather than the Kengineer. Go figure.
Not relent. The battle has barely begun.
Yeah, I could have gone for some spicier glyph redeem code to stop people from being able to guess it. Like, why would I do that? Nah, I want people to have the glyph. If you want to support that beautiful teacup and spanner, you go right ahead. You show off that spanner. Also, I think I'm hitting some corpus here with a toxin proc. Yep, but I'm not dealing health damage until the toxin proc kicks in. So yeah, it's definitely going full corrosive on the damage there. Yeah, definitely. Because otherwise that would have killed him. 100% toxin would have killed him. You got it? Nice. There we are. Another glyph obtained. It's free advertising the game. Why do I want it to be hard to get? Oh, exactly. Do you want to know something really crazy about Idle Outlaw? I don't know how many of you might believe this, but it's 100% true. Whilst I've seen many people using my glyph in pre-made squads, like here on stream, of course, we got 3 people using it right now, I have, as yet, never come across someone in a random squad using my glyph. Not once! Not in Relic Fishers, not in Duviri, not in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, despite the number of times I've been recognised. I have never once seen the glyph in the wild. Brother Oni has gone down. Let's go fix that. I'm coming! Bop, into revive. FK seen it once or twice? Yeah, it's out there. I've seen a Reddit post. Someone shared on Reddit that they saw someone else had the same glyph, and both of them had my glyph. It's out there. But I've not encountered it yet. Which is a curious thing.
I advise you not to be content with merely doing
But hey.
enough.
It just means there's so many more people for me to reach yet. Oh, so many more people to reach. Let's see here. I don't really want any of these. Let's try that again.
Paradox provides the means
Deal extra damage to enemies affected by cold. Alright.
Must protect the excavators and keep them powered.
Because soon enough I'm going to get critical frost, so that'll be fine. You know, let's put on Azata's Whisper as well. For good measure. And that probably looks good. Should probably look to get the next decree. Stop walking away from me. Where are you going? Bruh, bruh, bruh. I'm here. He's literally ignoring me. I'll ignore this. There we go. Right. Decrees. Or decree fragments. Yeah, decree. Let's see. Where might it be? I'll check over it. I'm not hearing one. Hello, Adam Alec. I'm doing alright today. Hope you're doing well yourself. What was the redeem code? The Kengineer. If you go into the market and just type in the redeem code section, The Kengineer, you'll grab the glyph. Simple as that. Where are these decree fragments?
Requires power.
I'm not hearing them. The bot responded! The bot's finally responded to someone again. Ah, fragment. Critical frost, there we go. That combos with the extra damage on cold. Alright, now I can go do the mission.
An extractor is out of power.
And the bot's not responding anymore. Well, we managed to get one message out of the bot. That is a an infinite improvement of where it was before. The bot's just dumb. The bot do be dumb. Even the merch command's broke. Ugh. 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 Nothing's gonna work. Can't do Lavos command, you can't do merch command, you can't do Gara command, none of it. Brother only is down, let me just activate this and I'll go rescue them.
Extractor deploying. Void
I'm
treasure
coming.
Location established.
Oh, apparently grabbing a tree is operator. Got him. Freaking hell, that's a long range on that cold beam.
Excavator
I'm pretty sure I pressed that earlier, for sure. I definitely need at least one of my allies to come over with a power cell. I'll recharge the shield myself. There we are.
Extractor in place.
Why are we activating yet another extractor? You weren't even defending this one. Damn it.
A new extraction site may now be claimed.
Wait. Let me get pirouette.
Excellent work, Tenno. This will help our cause.
Now it's a nice number this month.
Hey, Adamai, thank you very much for the 399 bits. I can't tab over to have a look at the moment. What's that bring you up to then? What a nice, lovely round number you grabbed yourself there. All this hold for 10 seconds. What if I spin?
Charge expended. Your excavator is on
2,
the brink of
1.
destruction.
Oh, I made it. It made it. $4.5K? Nice.
Finally, I am able to catch another stream. Smile. Hope you are all well.
Extractor
Yo, Real Ed.
deploying.
You have indeed managed to catch another stream onto 20 months of subscription, no less. Also went wrong, Excavator. Thank you very, very much for continuing that one over here. And I am indeed doing well. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're doing well yourself there, Real Ed. Didn't mean to press my ball there,
Extractor
not
is
gonna
out
lie.
of power.
I'm trying to grab a power cell. There we are. There we go. Now we're good. Is it possible to die from combat discipline? It was always possible. Yeah, if you are on too little health and you kill an enemy, you will die from combat discipline. That's always been a thing.
The way out is now open to you.
There we go. Round complete. Void Flood. Yeah, we can do that.
But further buried riches are here for the taking.
Zom's already got god perks.
It is
Alright.
my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional.
Critical hit melee speed. Yeah, sure, why not? Was Twitch being silly about the bitrate again? I mean, a lot happens in Warframe streams which kills the bitrate. Live streaming really isn't made for how crazy Warframe is on screen. It just isn't.
Energy globes, but they are the only means.
There's no getting around that one, unfortunately. Hello, Raptor. You just drove about 500 miles? Bloody hell, what are you doing that for? Oh, I hear that other degree. There it is. Boop. I don't want these. Try again. Wow. Huge change. Yo, Skeleton Surprise. Thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue sub badge, your emotes, your access to the Supporter Lounge over on my Discord, and of course, no more ads on Twitch. Enjoy. And thank you very much for dropping that here. So it turns out the Omer is not very good at killing this guy. There we go.
If the Void Angels break through the wall,
anyway, I don't need to be killing. I need to be void flooding. Let's focus on that.
Allow that to happen. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade.
Got up. Yo, Red Kanji. Thank you very much for continuing your Prime subscription over here. 7 months been now, you ledge. Thank you very much for continuing that here. And I hope you're doing well. Let's grab all of that. Grab all of this. Someone is currently filling in B. That's fine. I haven't got a full thing, so I'm just gonna. No. Hey. No. Hey. Got it. That still didn't fill it all the way up.
The Void Angels are unrelenting.
Yeah, probably gonna have to give up on the whole ticket thing. It's just not working.
Hold fast.
I won't be doing that draw. It's clearly not working. Too many people are going to have missed out. I'm not going to have that. So, whilst I stand here and survive for a bit, I'm just going to update the stream titles to take the raffle out. There we go. And let's close the giveaway. We'll refund that one, cancel that one.
The paradox stabilizes.
There we are. Okay, the bot apparently wanted to say a few times over, that's fine. Sure. Well, considering that there's no cost to entry, yeah. You've been refunded your 0 wrenches that you spent to enter. But it just makes sure that one is fully cleared. It's not an active giveaway anymore. Bot gonna bot. Bot gonna bot. You know what? It was probably because of that raid by your Lucky Clover. We do one shout out using the Twitch command rather than a bot command, and that's it. Bot gives up. Fine. If you like Twitch so much, get it to do everything. Actually throwing a paddy is the bot. I did an American and called it a wrench. It can be called both a wrench and a spanner here in the UK. It's both.
The smallest breach in the wall.
But the actual channel points. The channel points on Twitch are called spanners. The channel points on the bot are called wrenches. That's how I have it set up to distinguish between the two of them.
Thanks to you. That will not now happen.
I
Leave now or later. enter, but leave you must, for the undercroft.
That way I don't
is
lose the electric
inexhaustible.
on the Oma.
Endurance is defiance. Prove you can endure the undercroft at its most oppressive.
Because yeah, electric and heat are both nice. Radiation, nowhere near as good as having electric or heat. So I will be actively avoiding that for the moment. Oh, there we are. Zom got that one. Perfect. Let's see. Extra damage to those affected by cold or gain more attack speed. More attack speed. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Beyblade. Do you need to start a new account to play the new starting zone? When you say the new starting zone, do you mean Duviri? In which case, no, absolutely not. Duviri is accessible to everyone. New and old alike. All we need to do is do the quest. And a brand new account or a well-established one can both do that. No restriction. And I need a crit degree. I probably need 3 crit degrees, actually. Brother only, no! I have insta-revive. I can do this. What? Oh, I missed the crits. There we are. You have an account, all you have is a ship, and you're doing solo missions, no open world. Yeah, so what you need to do then, Qui-Gon Joel, is go to, in your ship, on the left-hand side, where you come up the ramp on the left-hand side, there is a table, which will give you access to the codex. In there, you'll be able to find the quest, the Duviri Paradox. Earth is not the tutorial. Earth is where the tutorial takes place on the other way of starting the game. But Earth is just another one of the locations where normal missions exist after the tutorial as well. So yeah, when you go up the ramp in your ship, where you're going to the front of the ship, on the left-hand side, there is a panel you can go to. The table panel. You'll access the quest there, the Duviri Paradox. You do need to have completed the quest War's Prize to be able to access the other one. Actually, no, you don't need to complete it even, no. As soon as you have access to the codex, you'll have it. But that might be after War's Prize, yeah. But yeah, Qui-Gon Joel, do War's Prize, you might as well finish that, and then you'll have access, definitely, to the quest, the Duviri Paradox, and that will open up the big old updates that we got.
Light support is inbound.
Oops, I didn't look, and just dropped off the map. That's the thing. If I become a ghost, I'll just sit here. What are you going to do? Teleport behind me, apparently. Will you be able to customize your character? Well, you have been able to customize your ninja robot so far. You can customize that in the arsenal once you have access to the arsenal. Bear in mind, you're in the War's Prize quest. You are in the earliest of early stages right now. So painfully early, there are parts of your ship not even turned on yet. Many parts. But yes, your alternative character, your drifter, that you unlock from the Duviri Paradox, you'll be able to customize them once you've done the Duviri Paradox quest. Yes. You're very welcome, Qui-Gon. And welcome to Warframe, by the way. I hope you enjoy your stay and get neck deep into the grind of it all. One day you too can become this weirdly spinning Beyblade of Doom. Also on that note, Qui-Gon, because again you are clearly very, very new to things. Once you are done with the Duviri Paradox, and you've got yourself access to Duviri, I recommend checking out over on my YouTube channel on the shorts section, because it is literally a short video. I have a short which is basically about what to do when you're new in Warframe, so how to get into Warframe. That gives you a quick rundown of some of the things you can look towards actually doing, so you don't just look at Earth and go, now what? That short was made before the release of the Degree Paradox, so it doesn't talk about that side, but everything else in it is still perfectly accurate. Now, guys, no fighting in the chat, alright? If you want to fight, take it outside. Do we want to defend with these loadouts? We're not terrible, but do we want to? They want to? Alright.
Goes on for as long as you can stand.
No. Not really great ones there.
Many defensive battles.
Thank you, Cosmo. I appreciate you linking that short there.
Through the paradox, you now have the chance to undo those defeats.
Let's try and find all these decree fragments first. Zom's got one of them. Brother only got the second. Am I able to pull my weight? I got it! I got it. There we are, I got it. Inflicted status restores health. I'm tanking without health, so I don't need that. This gains crit chance. Yes, please. Alright, I'm ready. Everyone's ready. We're going.
Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
You got timed out? Wait, what timed you out? Wait, what? Cosmo, you got... What? A sub and... What? Sending a link? Yep, you can send a link as a sub, you can send a link as a VIP. Cosmo is both! What is the bot doing? Oh, let's get you up. What is the bot doing? I'm so sorry on that. The bot is being an arse today. Yeah, both, so it cancels out. Yeah, you're not timed out for the sub, and you're not timed out for VIP, so you're not timed out, which means you're timed out. Yeah, that's definitely what's happening. And Ladybug, also a VIP and sub, just got timed out. Maybe we're onto something here. Someone who is not a VIP but is a sub, post a link. Preferably to something like, you know, one of my videos. On my Patreon. Patreon.com/TheKengineer, by the way. Double negative coding issues? I know, right? But it should be positive. It should be a permissions thing. LU is not timed out. Satella is also not timed out. What?
The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold the line.
And now LU has just suddenly been timed out. It waited a while and then it timed you out. And now Satella the alien has been timed out. It's just delayed. The bot is really slow at reacting at the moment. What? What? And you can post without being timed out, but you're not. What? Oh wait, no, there you go. Yep, the bot is just really slow. Well, that is not helpful. That is not helpful. All right, I think we've had enough tries. Unless you all want to get timed out, which you know, come on now. And there goes Flo, yeah. And we're doing these tests whilst I'm swinging my melee away because it is frame strong. You try only VIP, but F King, you have a sub. Way to show you didn't pay attention to whoever gifted you one. Wow. You still have the sub from Athlia. Yeah, that's the one then.
No time to rest. Already a new onslaught begins.
Yeah, the user mention is supposed to mention you, but I guess that doesn't work. Oh god. Why is the bot like this? Why is the bot like this? Damn it, bot. I have to look into that, honestly. But, you know, notes from Kickbot, something like that. I love it when technology works. Unfortunately, that seems to be never. No, I tell a lie, it's mostly the bot. Bot and Warframe, those are the buggy things. And Twitch. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah. At least the timeouts, the auto timeouts are only 30 seconds, because they're supposed to protect against other bots. So
This battle is already
it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
The winds
I'm attracted to
blow
buggy stuff, it's why I'm
fiercely.
playing Apex sometimes.
Rains
Wow.
do not relent. Still,
I mean, actually, now that you mention it, even my mods are buggy. Because IceGeo loves to bug me, and Zom loves bugs. Everything about this stream is bug. Is it from my SSD crash? No, Cosmo, because the bot stuff is entirely handled by a third party. Or entirely hosted by a third party, I should say. So my SSD would have nothing to do with it. Make Ladybug a mod? I might do. I might. Depends on if they want to be a mod in the first place. Let alone if it'd be right to make them one. It's just the bot being a piece of shit? Yeah. The Streamlands bot is just being a piece of shit, yeah. Nothing to do with my computer. I don't think styling all my mods off bugs is really the way to go. We get to crown the ladybug. Even the subs are late? Hang on, wait, hang on. Yeah, didn't something pop up a second ago saying that someone had gifted a sub? Where'd that go? I was waiting for it to come through. Hold on here. Hold on.
prepare yourself. A fresh
Vanished?
wave approaches.
It's vanished? Whatever that was, it's gone. Whoever tried. Twitch has eaten that one. You resubbed as well? Why is everything break? Wait, hang on. Maybe then. Maybe. It's not the bot that's broken, it's Twitch that's broken, and it's breaking the bot's API. Because if Twitch is broken, then it won't tell the bot who's a subscriber or not. And so the bot, after failing to get an answer from Twitch, goes, err on the side of caution, they're probably actually not a subscriber then. Because the average person is not subscribed. Why is your max health increasing? Why is... Oh, is that... Have they changed the Drifter intrinsic to apply to Warframes? Yeah, it might be that actually it's Twitch that's broken and not the bot. And the bot is just struggling with it all. So the bot isn't reading most commands because Twitch isn't sending it the commands. So the bot's just there like, when you're ready, I'm here. The damage intrinsic and health intrinsic are listed differently, Idle Outlaw. So the health one shouldn't apply, but we'll see when we get our next intrinsic. Also, I see that the Rego dude wants us to switch over to some Talk Instrumental. I'm going to translate that. Oh. Boom.
Scattered to the void.
There we go. was so mean to the bot as well. I was mean to the bot. I will apologise to the bot. I will explain why I came to such an erroneous conclusion. I mean, the subs were working earlier, so that's confusing. Okay, so first I'm at 875 health.
The Undercroft seethes with Thrax's
Yeah, I like that.
violence. Burn it out with force.
I'm at 900 health. Yeah, it gave me health on my Warframe. It gave me health on my Warframe. I don't think it was doing that before. I don't know if that's intended. But yeah, good old Twitch. I mean, Twitch loves breaking. It breaks all the time. It's a stupid thing. Hell, Twitch's reporting tools to creators aren't even fully accurate or informed either, so go figure on that one. I once had to contact Twitch and be like, yo, all the Prime subs are missing from my analytics. They were like, are you sure they're missing? Maybe they're just not shown up yet? I'm like, no, they were definitely there. Here are my stats for the entire 30 days, they're missing. We see no issue our side, and then a little bit later, they were back. It's like, cool, yeah, great, thanks. And when I say a little bit later, it was like a few days later. Which is silly. Unfortunately, it's also the best streaming platform we have, so it's what we got. The options available on YouTube don't compare. The options available on other sites are just horrendous. I won't touch Facebook Gaming, absolutely not. I was invited to join Kick and laughed at the email. So yeah. Basically, which is broken. The optimal way to get access to the supported T Lounge, as it were, is to support me directly through Patreon instead. How do you make friends? You have 0 social skills? Step 1, Google it. Use your lack of social skills to be an amazing Googler. Google the information. We've got the information age, all of it's out there. And when you do Google it, don't open up any links that take you to Reddit. Take links that lead you to places actually curated, not just some random bozo's opinion. Because random bozos could be other people like you who don't know how to make friends, but are then also unlike you in that they think they know how to make friends. So, don't take some random bozo's opinion. Look for the actual answers. Mostly it comes down to be interesting, don't be overbearing, keep yourself clean and tidy, and find a shared activity. Not one to befriend a specific person, just an activity you like doing that puts you in the vicinity of others regularly. Things like Dungeons and Dragons, things like a an evening class. It's why people make friends so easily at school, but then less so as an adult, is because at school you spend time regularly sharing an activity with others. Naturally you become friendly with some of those people. Whereas if you spend all day playing video games, making videos, writing tweets, looking up analytics on this, that, and the other content, and otherwise not going out much, spending your time on just more video games, you make very few friends. Also tried to get adopted by an extrovert, that also helped. And as much as I hate the phrase, step out of your comfort zone. But to translate that into something more helpful, do something you don't currently do, because what you currently do has led to where you are now.
Return to the...
Is the stream really grainy? If a lot's happening on screen at once, it will make it look poor, because of bit rates. Only so much data can be transmitted at once. In any given second, there is what was it, a maximum of, I think I do 4,500 kilobytes or kilobits. Something like that. KBs. Which means if there's more information happening on screen than can be transmitted, it has to cut corners, and that makes it look bad. There's no getting around that. Particle effects are huge for that. If you want to know more, YouTube's your answer right there. Why have I got a private message? Where is that private message? Mind if I pop back in for a few more rounds? As and when we go for a few more rounds. As and when we go for a few more. Fossil dead? It's Twitch. We think it's Twitch that's being stupid. Twitch bitrate sucks in general. It's because there is a serious limit on how much data can be transmitted. Like, transmitting information is actually really bloody difficult to do live. They have to not just receive it in whatever bit rates the streamer is sending in. They then have to be able to transcode it into the different bit rates and different resolutions you guys can have, and then send it over to you guys. You know what? In fact, we got 150-ish people here. Let's do a poll on this. I want to ask you guys honestly here. And if you don't answer, you are literally leaving other people to decide your streaming experience going forward. So, answer. This poll is important. Which would you prefer? Let's get this poll up. 1080p, but grainy at time. Grainy more often. Versus 720p, but grainy less often. I can't put the full word in, so I'm just going to put it truncated. It's fine. There we go. Kick is absolutely not a platform I'm going to stream on. Kick is a terrible platform. Kick is a terrible platform. I will not go there. So, which would you prefer? 1080p but grainy more often, or 720p but grainy less often? 1080p, obviously, when you get the full 1080p moment, when there is less happening on screen, you get this lovely crisp picture if you're on 1080. 720, you won't get as crisp, but also you'll get fewer artifacts going on. And the vote is currently swinging very heavily towards the 720 side. Current bitrate is only 500. Oh no, I should be uploading for more than 2500. Yeah, mine's... Why is mine's... I'm only exporting 2600 at the moment. Oh, well, we're not doing a lot right now. Let's, Yeah, no. The max is higher, yeah. If I do more around this stream... no, it's not going to upload. Anger bow. Wait. Did I do a typo in my stream settings since my computer broke? Maybe that's what's gone wrong here. How do I change this midstream? Did that work? Does this look any better? Does this look any better? We knew there was going to be something else broken. Alright then. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, scratch the poll. We're going to stream again. Oh, stream again. Continue streaming with 1080p, and we'll reassess it. We'll reassess it. I thought I'd set it and things were just struggling. Turns out whether I put in the number wrong or it didn't save, I don't know. There's a lot of settings I had to rebuild. But yeah. What do I dislike about Kick? What I dislike about Kick is not the platform itself, aside from the fact that it's basically just a carbon copy of Twitch, but worse. There are some major issues. First of all, they are massively promoting the gambling streams on their side. Secondly, they are misconstruing the reporting. Thirdly, they don't have a long-term survival plan for the streaming side of the platform, which means it needs to be funded externally. Fourthly, that external funding is through gambling sites. It's one thing being connected to the world eater that is Amazon, but it's worse to be connected to basically purely funded through the ideals of some gamble site owners. They offer a sub split of, what was it, like 95% versus Twitch's 50%, except that Twitch's 50% isn't just 50%, Twitch also has Prime subs, which balance it more to around about 65-70%. Ask me how I know. I know because I have my own statistics. I literally look through my analytics and check this every time someone brings it up. And I appreciate that there is a significant cost involved in actually handling the streams. So if they expect to run their site as a competitor to Twitch on 5% sub split, as well as also massively promoting gambling, as well as other not so advertiser friendly topics, which is going to further hurt their bottom line, I do not have faith in the platform to be positive in any way. So yeah, I will not touch Kick. They sent me an invite. I laughed at it. Let me see. Can I grab that email? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. They sent me a second email after I ignored their initial one. I laughed and then just ignored it. Their second email, which was in the subject title. This is a business-to-business email, remember? Colon, open bracket. It was literally a sad face. That was the subject of the email. A sad face. Because, if I just go back there, I ignored the email they sent a week earlier, where their entire selling point is 95% sub split. I have listened to various leaders of the industry, as it were. I'm not a fan of that term, but it's the best term for it. I have listened to various people who are very knowledgeable in the content creation industry who have said, no, Kick is not the place you want to be going. Here are the many, many reasons why. And on comparing to what I have seen, I agree. I've spoken to another creator who did try out the Kick experience. They were gifted a bunch of subscriptions on Kick in their first kind of foray into it. So I think, oh wow, look at this income I'm getting on such a few streams here. Those subs were from the company itself. And that doesn't stick around. Like, they literally cannot fund you that way. So I'm not going to join up onto a platform which is basically just a copy of Twitch, but no regs, which regulations exist for a reason, who are supporting huge amounts of gambling, who are literally funded by their own gambling site, and therefore trying to push people towards that as well. It's clear as day. I'm not supporting that. I don't even care about the breakdown. If I moved over to there and I would make 3 or 4 times as much from the streams, I would still be getting it through a gambling site, basically. A gambling front, which also I don't expect to actually stick around. That's just a terrible decision all round. Yeah. Am I not wanting to be partner because the split is worse than just being an affiliate? So I don't know what splits I would be offered, technically. I know what I'd be offered, but I don't know what I'd be offered if I were to be a partner. I'm not signing up to be a partner on Twitch. Twitch basically doesn't offer enough for me to care, quite frankly. It offers more remote slots. Let me see. Yeah, so it offers more remote slots, and well, it guarantees transcoding, but we've always got it, so no. So we've got better bit rate. How do they offer that much better bit rate? Hold on. Twitch partner versus affiliate. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good discussion. Let's have a look into this. Twitch partner program. Let's have a look at what they say, shall we? Let's refresh everyone on this, myself included. So, as a Twitch partner, you'll have the following benefits. Channel monetization emotes, already have that. Partners get up to 50 emotes, okay? Bits, already have that. Ads, already have that, don't like them. Custom chat badges, we already have that. We've got people here with the blue mug, silver mug, gold mug, bronze mug even, and the full pot. So, nope. Custom emotes, we have that, just fewer. Custom emote prefix. Okay, cool. So we could switch away from the Ken18 to something else. We could switch from the Ken18 to something else. Cool. Custom bit badges and cheer emotes. Okay, cool. We don't have that at the moment. The bit badges are just the bit badges. You can see Gorilla has the 100-bit bit badge. So that's something that part would get different. Verified user badge. I'd get a tick. Free lifetime channel subscription for your chatbot. Gotta say, it's not a priority for me. The chatbot's apparently not even working sometimes. Because of Twitch, remember. Let's see. Up to 3 additional free lifetime channel subscriptions to friends and family based on your total amount of subscribers. They are very inflexible about this as well. I've looked into that. So it's not really that big of a deal. At most, it's saying, hey, 3 subs to people. 3. Yay! Extended VOD storage. Cute. So the VOD goes up from 14 days to 60 days, but I already put the VODs unlimited over on YouTube. So that doesn't matter. Reruns and premieres. Rebroadcast past content. No. No, I have my VOD storage on YouTube. And show off new videos? No, I have my videos on YouTube. So I don't need that. Priority support. I've heard about this. The priority support is terrible, so this is not actually a perk. Teams. Twitch partners may create their own stream team. Chat, how many of you here not only know what a stream team is, but have interacted with it in some way? Raise your hand. Not if you haven't, only those of you who have actually know what a stream team is and have interacted with it. Access to partner-only opportunities. So if you become a partner, we might do other stuff with you. Okay. Video transcodes. Partners will always have first priority access to quality options for their channel. It's not been an issue on this channel since we got to a reasonable size, averaging like 70 viewers. That's never been an issue for us. Broadcast delay. You can delay through your streaming software, so that's not a thing either. So, yeah. Alright. Session Rollin is on about bitrate stats. Okay. Twitch bitrate. Broadcasting guidelines. Let's see. Where does it say the max that we can stream to? It doesn't. It doesn't want to actually say. Ah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Broadcasting guidelines? And this is Twitch's own pages, don't forget. This is Twitch's own pages. Recommended settings. Yeah, cool, okay, but like, what's the max that you'll take? So I guess it's not saying that this is just for partners. It's just saying this 6K is available. I do 4.5 because I don't have a solid enough upload to actually handle 6K. It would cause cutouts. So yeah. Tier on trial, what do you sacrifice by joining? Even if gain's minimal, there has to be a downside for me not to do it. So, the downsides they don't really talk about. But the downsides are that you basically go into a stricter contract with them. It's not just, hey, you're a partner, that's cool, that's all there is to it. Here are some extra perks. They have their own contract, and that contract is hidden away. So, even if I got hold of one, I wouldn't be able to share it with you. But from what I understand is it further locks you into just the Twitch ecosystem. And Twitch, frankly, hasn't done enough to earn any of that, earn my respect enough to want to do that. No demand more hours from me? I'm not able, or looking to do more hours at this time, no. Twitch, all these offers here, it's like, basically it comes down to, more room for emotes, bit badge and cheer emotes, and opportunities for maybe more stuff. That's pretty much it. The rest of it is completely nothing. Either I already have it, or I couldn't care less. So yeah. Essentially, Ronan, you say Twitch could do better with Jeff Bezos backing. Twitch has to be a profitable enterprise. Jeff Bezos is not going to, out of generosity, support the gaming community. Twitch has to support it itself. The fact that it is owned by Amazon, which is itself owned by Jeff Bezos, means nothing. If a part of a company is unprofitable, then the capitalist thing to do is to cut out that part of the company, not fund it more. Twitch is not a nationalized service. It is a business. So, being owned by Jeff Bezos or your nice old grand down the road doesn't matter in that regard. It still has a turn of profit. If that's how they've decided to turn their profit, that's how they decided to do it. The fact that other streaming platforms have failed to step up to compete with that should kind of reinforce that. You look at the fact that Mixer freaking failed. Not just tried, failed. Yeah. When Microsoft can't figure it out, that behemoth. Twitch are at least towing some kind of a line. They're doing a lot of things wrong, but in terms of actually delivering the service, they're not giving us a terrible situation. Yeah, Mixer poached Ninja and Shroud, I think, as well as others, and still went down. Now, Mixer had a lot wrong with it. Apparently, the account sign-up process was an absolute nightmare, which definitely would kill it. But yeah. The point is that Twitch here, I'm a partner that allows me to have subscribers, bits. It does unfortunately also put ads on the channel. It is an acceptable trade-off. Because of that, I cannot multi-stream without breaking TOS. And I don't want to get into discussion about, oh, but you can break TOS because enforcement, yada yada. I don't break TOS. So yeah. There is the option of streaming on YouTube. YouTube streaming, one, doesn't look anywhere near as palatable an option, and two, would require me to put all my eggs in one basket. There, if YouTube decided to go, your channel is now demonetized, we don't like you because reasons, if I had everything on YouTube, I'd be out. That's a problem. So I'm happy to have... That's a point in favor of Twitch, it's not YouTube. The other options, Facebook Gaming. My god, Facebook is an absolute cesspool upon cesspools. TikTok, somehow even worse than Facebook. Can't believe it, it is. Certainly not Instagram, that's basically just Facebook in a different package, if not even more vapid. Well, the options then Kick, entirely funded by gambling enterprise and is probably going to collapse before any of the others. Anything else beyond that, it just doesn't exist, basically. Discord streaming? That's not happening. That's not happening on the scale I'm doing here. So, yeah. Basically, Twitch is the best of mediocre options. Facebook, every third post is an ad. I mean, every third post might be from someone I know. At best. MySpace? Wow, no. No. There was also the fact that Facebook was DMCAing people and taking down their streams, even though they had non-copyrighted or copyright-freed music. This included Stream Beats, which is music I use on this stream. What you're listening to right now is from Stream Beats. Facebook was taking down streams for using this music, despite the fact that I have the license to use it. So that's another reason to not touch Facebook. Because of the way that copyright works, Kick, for example, is going to have to enforce DMCA takedowns, otherwise they are going to fall foul of safe harbor laws, and then they will get shut down. You do not mess with that industry. You're not hearing the music? I hope that made a point for a moment there. Went loud and quieter? Yeah, I turned it up and then back down to the level I like to have it at. Is it really, really quiet? It's never seemed really, really quiet to me. Is it really too quiet? Okay. Here, let me turn it up then. I'll turn it up, but carefully this time. Oh, as we get to a quiet part of the song, never mind. Here, let me rewind the song back. There we go. Okay. Didn't they change it in the TOS for partners to be able to multi-stream? No. What they changed is that they said that TikTok Live and Instagram Live were not considered competitor streaming platforms, and therefore you could multi-stream to them because you can't multi-stream to competitive platforms. But partners and affiliates cannot multi-stream, according to Twitch TOS, to both Twitch and YouTube, or Twitch and, what's it, for example, Twitch and Facebook Gaming at the same time. Yeah. And the thing is that Twitch could just turn around and be like, oh, well, you know, it's fine. You want to multi-stream? Fine. People will end up coming to Twitch because they prefer the platform anyway. They could do that, but they don't. If the music's a bit loud, alright, let's turn that down. Okay, that was the end of the song, so that's not me turning it down. Let's turn it down just a little bit to there. Take it down a half a step. You preferred not being able to hear the music? No. If the music is too loud or too quiet, if any part of the stream doesn't meet your expectations, if it's grainy, if it's laggy, if it's too loud, too quiet, let me know. I don't know exactly what you guys are experiencing, so the only way it's ever going to be better for you is if you let me know. Certainly if you're a regular here, if you make yourself clear that you're not an arsehole, then yeah. Well, Idle Outlaw wants music off. Alright, well, Yo DJ is there for that. There we go. Bye music. It's always really weird when I have no music here, but yeah. Bye music. I'm one of the few streamers with lip syncing with audio. What, you mean like my camera syncs? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'd say I dislike the music, it's nice, just couldn't hear Ken over it. Fair enough, yeah. Fair. Where do you get Cascadia Flare from? Was that Belt Mirror Defense? Check the wiki. I can't remember that one off the top of my head, so check the wiki. Personal vid with what you're saying, can lip read as we hear. Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't VTube, I don't want to VTube, I won't VTube. The only times I've ever streamed without a camera is when I did not have the means to. Yeah. Plays the Zaraman Arcane? Oh, okay, Zaraman, okay. There we are then, yeah. But yeah, when it comes to streaming options, the options are relatively slim because it turns out that delivering a streaming platform is actually pretty darn difficult. Twitch has made a number of pretty poor moves, burying things that they shouldn't be burying. Their enforcement of community guidelines is problematic. Sorry, Z-Train, the ticket's not working today. Twitch broke, which confused the bot. But, yeah. The other options aren't better. Simply put, the other options are not better. YouTube doesn't have the integration of support, and the UI is less enticing. YouTube likes to say, oh, but we have a better sub split, but when you take into account Prime subs, it doesn't really have much of a difference in it. Seriously. And there are plenty of people like, oh, but Prime subs. As if that's the entire answer. It's like, no, they're actually a significant part of it. Loads of people here, many people I'm speaking to right now, have access to subscription benefits because of Prime. YouTube doesn't have an answer to that. Yeah. Someone have ideas of YouTube if I can? No. Just no. Just no. Especially what I'm saying, I don't understand the VTube meta, how people enjoy... Oh, I've lost that in the chat. How people enjoy big boomer anime characters take up 60% of screen real estate. Because people are horny. Yeah. And... that's it, really. Z-Train, thank you very much for gifting 5 subscriptions out to the community here and taking us over the goal for the month. You absolute legend. Gifting out there to Golden Spirit, to Korocopter Moon, to 2Tech, and to Tan MP4. Thank you very, very much on that there, T-Train. I really do appreciate it on that one. Thank you. Yeah, I have no interest to watch a VTuber. I don't raid to people who are VTubing because, frankly, of the times that we have, half of them have been actually poor experiences, and the other half mediocre at best. So I just don't like raiding over to VTubes. I don't enjoy VTube streams. Pure and simple fact. I will raid over to people who don't have anything on the screen and they're carrying it by sheer personality in the gameplay. I prefer it when someone has a webcam on, so we get a bit more of the actual individual. You know, I feel that streaming, the biggest value of that is to have the actual individual, i.e. me, here with you. I'm literally here to stream myself to you, not just Warframe, me. That's why I do not Warframe on Fridays, which a fraction of you tune into, but that's fine. We're the same raids to people who use their brains. Well, first you have to know if they do or not. But no, I'm not saying that VTubers are inherently bad at streaming or anything like that. Please don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is the content that is typically delivered by a VTuber doesn't match with what I expect from a stream. And simply on that fact alone, I neither watch nor tune into VTubers. I have given it a try, and each time I'm just like, either the picture is just there, or has some level of animation to it, which is just at best uncanny valley, at worst off-putting. It doesn't work for me. Cosmo saying, I think some people use VTubing when they aren't comfortable being on camera, but still want to represent themselves in some way on screen. And I get that. I really do. I absolutely get that, Cosmo. Don't get me wrong. It's in itself already difficult to be on camera. I fully appreciate that, trust me. Gone through the whole experience myself. Secondly, I fully appreciate that, unfortunately, people are vapid. People are fickle. So if you don't have... If you don't fit into expectations, whatever those expectations may be, that can put off viewers. Thank you, Hero. But yeah, I've never tried to run my stream based off my appearance. My appearance is here for the stream, but I imagine that most, if not all of you, have come here for the content, not to just gawk at my face. I'm not hot. I appreciate you saying so, but I'm not hot. No, no, no. Trust me, I've, again, encountered plenty enough people and been enough places to know where I feel on that scale. It's not on the hot side of the scale. I bring you the Kengineer, solver of practical problems, deep dive into the arcane workings of Warframe and other games in ways that others fear considering. If you don't want to be on camera, fine. And if you want to have a standout identity, fine. VTube is the solution to that. The stream content that it creates, just this kind of distraction, this blot on it. A blot similar to having someone with a bad webcam. Someone who sets it up and they're in a shadowy square where you can barely make out the reflection of the screen off their eyes, and that's it. Yeah, I'm a perfectly normal looking guy. Oh yeah, I'm indeed. Somewhere in that mid-range of not ugly, not hot. Perfectly ignorable, can be overlooked even before you take into account height. Will my VTuber model be a slightly moving teacup? There isn't a Kengineer VTuber model because I just wouldn't. If something horrible happened tomorrow, and my face became a mangled mess, I would either stream it still as is, or at most I would turn off the camera. I don't think I would even do that, to be honest. I've spent enough years on this planet. young as I may look, I know that I do definitely look younger than I am. I've come to accept I am who I am, wherever, whenever, and however that be. I have come to accept me for who I am, and that allows me to stream who I am, and speak as I am. Despite the people who think I'm putting on my accent, this is my accent. I'm not 54, no. No, I'm still in my 20s, just about. Just about. Rapidly running out, I can see 30 just around the corner. Yeah, nah. I don't look a day over 12? Wow. I don't know what that says about you if you think a 12-year-old looks like this. I look at you, you're only 22. I mean, I look younger than a lot of people, yes. A lot of people younger than me. It's a thing. Part of it is just a complete lack of beard. I don't want a beard. Warframe is not stressful, says the engineer, 12 years old. It's kind of surprising this game hasn't graded me out trying to figure it all. And it's surprising, isn't it? It's me just idly bouncing back and forth whilst I say all this. This is the equivalent of when you're on the phone and you just kind of wander around the house whilst talking on the phone. This is the Warframe equivalent. But yeah, how many of you listening to me in my videos before you came to the stream, how many of you had a much older image of me in your head before you came here? How many of you just had a completely different appearance and were shocked, surprised, perhaps even taken aback when you arrived here? I don't like lots doing this right now, watching on the phone and wandering. It's a universal thing, near enough. What were you saying about what I expected? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Gorilla saying, guess somewhere around late 20s when I showed up? Yeah. Some's 5'2". Oh, wow. Crikey. Oh, fair enough. That is short. I don't need to tell you that one. That is short, yeah. Sound older. Must be what happens when you solve practical problems each day. That and I don't sound like a TikToker. That helps. God, what a horrible phrase, TikToker. Ugh. Doesn't roll off the tongue well. Ugh. You didn't have much of an expectation, but somehow I met it? Yeah, well, fair enough. Yeah, that works. That works. So I'm saying I wish I was shorter? You're 5'2" and you wish you were shorter. Well, fair enough then. No comment. You're expecting glasses? Honestly, kind of surprised I don't need glasses. The amount that I spend in terms of time, the amount of time I spend on computers and working on screens, the fact that I do not need glasses is incredible. Genuinely. But hey, there we are. Cut off your legs and you'll be short. Yeah, just shove yourself in the wheelchair. That's how you be short, right? Good lord. It's all fine. Alright, I never actually checked. How far did we end up getting through the circuit after all these millions of distractions? Well, I got to the steel essence. I guess I'll get the... It's fine. It's only Wednesday. I can get that later. I've got, what, 960 progress to go. Well, that's not happening right now. That's not happening right now. Absolutely nah. KK saying, there's a disconnection between your voice in the usual content and the streams. Do you use a different mic, or is it just a weird psych effect for you speaking? It's actually because I act very differently on streams to in a video. Video. So now I'm going to talk to you in the way that I talk in my videos, to explain to you the process that I use to give you the content you are used to over on YouTube. You see, for example, I can explain to you Octavia. Strike up a symphony of destruction with the mistress of music, Octavia, in her grandest and most spectacular form, featuring altered mod polarities for greater customization. And then I switch back to, now we're not trying to be ultra professional. Then I switch to, I'd just be friendly Ken. It's completely different, isn't it? It's completely different. On YouTube, it's so curated and professionalized, partly so that it is easily understood, even for those who are learning English as a second language, who wouldn't be able to follow along by very
Excellent work,
bouncing
Tenno.
nature.
This will help our cause.
Friendly versus factual intellectual? Maybe it's that. Z-Train, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it.
Wait, are they here? Kengineer, Kengineer.
Forming parasocial relationships as we speak. Fair enough. I didn't see this being very parasocial, but okay. I'm just streaming. FK say, I'm amazed that people are able to do that kind of thing without being trained voice actors. I mean, it's just... The training there is customer service. I didn't read it aloud. Allow me to read it for you, Z-Train. He did it. He did the thing. Holy shit. There you go. Thank you for the 100 bits, Z-Train. I don't know why the bot didn't read out. Maybe it's because Twitch is still not kind of connecting them up properly. So it detected the bits but couldn't read the message. I can guess that's maybe what's gone on there. But yeah, you spend long enough working in customer service and certainly in a call center, and you figure a voice that allows you to actually communicate to people, and there you go. Job's done. I could probably pull off voice acting to a degree. Maybe. Everything between normal voice, bouncy voice, professional voice, to the sillier voices I pull off, like when we mock the people on Reddit. I know exactly how this game works because I did the thing, and you know, when I looked at it, it said that you cannot divide 92 by 4. I know better than you. Good lord, those types. Do you when we get Ken as a very British NPC? The number of people who think I am the guy who voiced the Lavarian is slightly concerning. You assume I can't pull off a Scottish accent? That is a trap, Bear Gorilla. That is bait, and I am not falling for it, because either I try for a Scottish accent, succeed, and then you'll forever request it, or I don't succeed, and then I've just insulted the entirety of Scotland. Again. The first time by being born English. So, you know, let's not do that. Rather hear me attempt Welsh? Oh god. No, just don't have me attempt accents from around the world. It's just not going to work. I sound nothing like Drusus? I do sound nothing like Drusus, yeah. I sound nothing like Drusus from the Lavarian, and yet people who have only heard British accents in a handful of places go, oh my god, you're like brothers! You're the same guy! You're like, oh my god, you use the same accent and everything, what you did? No. No. Just no. Gotta try Texan. Basically just become the engineer, right? Welsh around the world? Welsh is part of the world, so it can be around the world. You know, it's a long way from here to Wales. I have to, like, cross at least 3 rivers to get to Wales from here. Do you know how far that is? 3 rivers! Non-Brits think there's, like, 3 accents. There's actually about 100. Yeah. Like, pretty much the way Britain works, if you go 20 miles in any direction, the accent changes. And then if you go 20 miles again, the accent changes again. And sometimes you might even come across an accent you previously came across, but instead of them changing the accent, they change the words. Like the word horse becomes os. And you get... No, wait, what? Why is it os? Where we have debates over whether it is a bun or a cob or a roll. You're like, you all speak English, how can you... Nope. Britain is an absolute amalgamation of accents, dialects, idiolects, and idiots, which just breaks the entire lot. There is not one single accent. Even my accent is not one single accent. And the number of times I roll my R's in a very non-British way, where's that come from? Not sure, saying, yo, I like your YouTube videos. What would you say are the top 3 map clear frames for hard content? Boom, boom, maybe not Equinox, boom, there you are. Lavos, Wukong, Revenant. Lavos for the lazy health tank, Wukong for the immortal mobility, and Revenant for the immortal ability tank. Those 3 will do you amazingly. The other ones you can pick up to really help you out would be Octavia and... where is she? Cora. I'm not going to scroll to find her. She's somewhere in here. If you have just those 5 frames, Lavos, Wukong, Octavia, Cora, Revenant, you'll be able to handle literally all content in a variety of ways. It's amazing. How about focus farming? Now for that, you should check out my focus farming guide over on YouTube. Go to YouTube, The Kengineer, Focus. Excuse me. And you'll find my guide, as well as my guide on focus lenses. Got you fully covered there. As I'm saying, if you go 20 miles, the name for tar changes. Tar, T-A-H. As in thank you. Or something else, I'm not sure. Lady will say, first time I heard my cousins pronounce rhubarb. Just like, Mom, that isn't how words work. Rhubarb. Yeah. Don't know which one you're about, where they're from, but yeah. MTT News, Britain's broke itself because they couldn't figure out what accent they were doing today. We just do every accent. That's the British way. We go and find what other people have got. We go, that's cool, it's ours now, we take it back, and then we decide we like only part of it. If it's any bit of it at all. That's how Britain works. We did that with people's historical artifacts, we did that with people's culture, we did that with people's land and spices. That is the British culture. British history is we take what you've got, and then we bring it home, decide what bits we like, and just drop the rest in the bin. You don't get it back. It's ours now. But we don't want it. But it's not yours. That's Britain. This is why I frequently will say y'all. I type y'all over on Discord. I say y'all when referring to you all. I just appropriated that. It's just what I say. That has become part of my language. It's like how I don't pick up much of the slang from the generation below, but yeet, I absolutely love yeet. Yeet is a great word. So it's a thing. It's a thing. This is Kate say, I love arguing with my American friends over spellings on English and American English, like tire and tire, color and color. You'll notice that a lot of American words take out you where the English had it. And apparently that is because of capitalism. Which is ironic, because if things were charged by the letter, then having words which use fewer letters was cheaper. And that changed the entire language. The fuck is yeet? Yeet is the opposite of yoink, for those of you who are of the older variety. Yeet. Yeet is what you do when you grab your little stuffed toy and you goad your cat. You go, here, kitty, kitty. Okay, cat's not going to get it, but okay, maybe your cat will. Your dog definitely will. You get a toy, you go, here, yeet. You just lob it into the distance. And yeet can also apply to yourself if you physically go, yeet. Yeet is to take something and just launch it into the distance. Which is the opposite of yoink, which is to take something and yank it to you. So yeah, that's a thing. Redneck in the core, I'm British. Which means if I come across something, I will take part of it. That's how it goes. That's British. Y'all are so good because English lacks a distinction of singular and plural otherwise. Yeah, there's also that. Which is possibly why I appropriated. Like, you know what, this is actually a useful word. I'm going to take that. And there we are. I took it. Just like I love the word Yoldav, because it completely breaks the mind of people who are learning English as a second language. Like, what did it say? What was that word? Yoldav. Y''ALL ''D''V''E. Yoldav. You all would have. And like, what? That's not a word. I'm like, oh, you'll have liked it at the game last night. And they go, shit, I've heard someone use that. Yoldav, you all would have. You'll have enjoyed it if I continue to stream for another hour, but I'm not going to let you have that. Yoldantev? Yeah, Yoldantev doesn't really quite work the same. I mean, you could use it, but it doesn't quite work the same. Whereas Yoldav is there. Yoldav slaps, because people definitely use that. Or maybe I'm just not around people who don't use, or do, no. Maybe I'm not around people who do use Yolden Turf. God. A lot of negatives flowing around there. A lot of negatives. Oh, look, oh, the bot can actually still do the timer. I can still tell you to rob Jeff Bezos or just not give him money. It's great. Definitely don't do that. Tip the stream. Anyway. Yeet is what those parents in the south of France did to their kids above the closed front gate of the school. I recall that story, yeah. We finally sat down, the era of wandering the house, watching Ken has ended. Well, I should probably do the same then, Idle Outlaw. Yep, alright, let's do that then. Just kidding, I'm not going to end the stream just like that. I'm going to end the stream just like that, but we are going to have to, unfortunately, wrap it up. So I think it's about time that we raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. I would have done a Platinum giveaway today, but unfortunately the bot broke because Twitch broke, so things just broke all around the place. So we'll just have to do that another time. I might do it on Discord, so keep an eye out for that if you see an announcement. Oh, I might do a double giveaway on Sunday here on Twitch. I'll decide later. I won't do it on the Friday stream, though. That'll be weird. Do a Warframe Platinum giveaway on a not Warframe stream. That'd just be weird. I'm not going to do that. Oh. In which case, chat, it has been an absolute pleasure. Let's see. Who can we raid on over to? We could raid to... We got a bunch of different choices here. I don't actually know. Who do we want to raid to today? I would look and see who I've raided recently, but I've got so many timeouts in my list here. Good lord. Last time we raided Neo, we've been to Spudulicious, we've been to Neo, Zion Zeta, Pupska. Also Neo. We've gone to Neo quite a few times. Who do we raid today, chat? Who would be a good example of a community to drop in on? We could break someone's mind. We did that the other day. Didn't really break their mind so much. It's a bit... yeah. Let's see. Who's actually streaming on Warframe? That's the important question. Let's see who is streaming on Warframe. Oh, wow. Twitch has changed how it handles when you open up a category. It's trying to get me to join a stream already. Like, it's put one playing at the top. That's actually really neat. I like that. But I'm not going to go to them. Let's see. Ooh, do they stream now? I'm just checking someone real quick. Raid the Engineer? Nah, I don't like that guy. Not important enough. I know who we're going to raid. I know who we're going to raid. We're going to raid someone I don't think I have raided in a very long time, if at all. Boom. We're going to go to Laser. I don't know if or when we last raided them, so we're going to go over to there. Get your drones ready, guys and gals, and those of any other persuasion besides. We're going to head on over to Laser, but that is all we got time for today. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope you do have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you on Friday for the variety stream. If you are a subscriber, make sure you do vote for that over on Discord. But until then, you have yourselves a very good one. I'll catch you around. Bye-bye.